You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from FNB Field. We're getting set for the sixth game in this seven-game series between the Harrisburg Senators, AA affiliate of the Washington Nationals, and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas with you from City Island here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, the Baysox were just thoroughly overpowered last night, falling 10-1. Shut out over the first 7 innings and collecting only 1 hit over that same span. Thankfully, a solo home run by Christopher Cespedes, his first with the Baysox this season, kept it from being a complete shutout. But Bowie had a tough time holding off against Luis Reyes. The 27-year-old right-hander held the Baysox to just the 1 hit over 6 shutout innings, and eventually it was all Harrisburg to attack Antonio Velez early with a run in the first, 2 more in the third, and then 2 big innings for the Senators in the 6th and 7th against Clayton McGinnis, and finally a 3-run home run, yet another by Wilson Garcia in the 8th inning to make it the 10-1 final. But it's a new day, and I said it a lot yesterday. The good thing about baseball is that you always get a quick turnaround to try again tomorrow with a clean slate. As we get ready for today's game, let's look at the numbers. Bowie comes in for game number 55 on the season, a 21-33 record on the year, a 3-game losing streak. The Baysox are 4-6 over their last 10 and 10-17 when playing on the road. The Senators come in for game number 56 on the season, a 24-31 record, a 3-game winning streak for them. The Senators are 4-6 over their last 10 as well, and 11-17 when playing in front of the home crowd here at FNB Field. Bowie is 9.5 games out of first place at the moment, 6th overall in the 6-team Southwest Division, with only about 15 games left to play in the first half of the season. Next closest team to them is still Harrisburg. The Senators are 7 games out of first place, 5th overall in the 6-team division. Next closest team to Harrisburg is Altoona. Altoona, 26-29, 5 games out of first. But it's a logjam at the top. That's where the Southwest Division is heated. Akron, Erie, and Richmond are all tied for first place with identical 31-24 records. That's where the fun is. Before we get started with the starting pitching matchup, let's catch you up to date on the roster moves for today's game. Harrisburg does make a couple of changes. Outfielder Andrew Young has been transferred to the Senators from AAA Rochester. He is not in the lineup today, but he will be on the bench. Will be his first game with the Senators this season if he appears. They've also released outfielder Mitch Longo. Longo was in the lineup. Well, he came in late yesterday as a pinch runner after a player was ejected. Did not get a base hit, did reach on a dropped third strike and got to second base in the 8th inning. So those are the moves for Harrisburg. For Bowie, they did make a handful of more moves, notably Zach Watson being reinstated from the injured list. He'll be starting the game in center field today for the Baysox, so a good little breather as the Baysox have been hurting for a little bit of outfield depth. Patrick Dorian and Dylan Harris have both been called up to AAA Norfolk. Of course, some of the moves that Baltimore has had to go through, they've had some ups and downs when it comes to just their overall healthiness. I think it was Ramon Urias being placed on the injured list a little bit earlier, as Richie Martin has been brought up from AAA Norfolk to join the big league club. So that's what's kind of feeding into the couple of movements right now for Bowie. And there's one more that is notable as well, a minor league free agent signing. Utility infielder-outfielder Chris Given, he was recently released from the San Diego Padres organization, was most recently with their AA affiliate, the San Antonio Missions in the Texas League. He's just getting to the ballpark now. He's on the bench for today's game. If he gets in, I think it'd be a pretty risky call to bring him in that quickly, but if anything, Bowie will probably wait until tomorrow to see how he gets settled with the new squad. So that's how the rosters shake out going into today's game. Let's introduce you to the starting pitching matchup for today. It'll be left-hander Drew Rom going for Bowie, with righty Jake Irvin getting the nod for Harrisburg. Irvin got a well-earned promotion to Harrisburg last week after just picking apart batters in high A. He made 9 starts at the lower level and allowed only 5 earned runs in 30 innings, struck out 29 batters and walked only 8. But distance has been a notable problem for Irvin. Of those 9 starts, he didn't make it into the 5th inning in any of them. 4 innings was his maximum. In his AA debut against Erie, he tried to enter the 5th inning but could only collect 1 out while allowing 4 runs and taking the loss. But he does have good stuff. Fastball can touch up to 97 miles an hour. He also has a biting curveball in the mid to upper 70s, as well as a changeup. So Bowie, if they can pick up on the curveball, may be in for a good day, but they still will need to be careful if Irvin wants a big bounce-back performance. He could be pitching with conviction. Drew Rom for the Baysox today. Left-hander is 2-1 with a 4.15 ERA. 30 and a third innings of work this season, 36 strikeouts, 8 walks, and opponents hitting him for a .292 clip this year. This is going to be his 4th start back from that month-long stint on the injured list, and pretty much the reins taken off in his last start. He bookended the series with Altoona, and he pitched reasonably well. It was a 3-2 loss for the Baysox, and Rom only allowed 1 run, but it was only over 4 innings, and he finished out at just 62 pitches, faced 16 batters. So if he can just get the quick put-down pitch, that should be enough for Rom today. Of course, he has that very diverse set of offerings. He's got a basically 6-pitch mix that can also be brought in with a sidearm delivery for a couple of his pitches as well. So if he can use that effectively to get ahead in counts and then get a good quick put-down pitch, hopefully he should be able to get back into the 5th inning today, because while he did allow 5 base hits against Altoona last Sunday, at least 1 hit in every inning, again, the only run came across on a sacrifice fly, so it wasn't any timely hitting by the curve. It was just 1 base hit here or there, and eventually after a wild pitch, a sacrifice fly allowed the run to score. So it's just going to come down to that quick put down for Rom. We'll see if he can get it done. Speaking of starting pitchers, though, our next guest is going to be Zach Peak. Right-hander started Tuesday's game to open this series, and he'll be the starting pitcher tomorrow for the series finale. A lot of good insight on what it's like to have to face a team twice in 1 week, and what he's been improving upon. A lot of good notes about his slider, and some work on the fastball up in the zone for Peak. So he's our guest next. We'll step aside for now, but when we return, you'll hear from the right-hander. We're back after this. You're listening to the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show and Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
There's plenty going on at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, July 30th. It's the Island Luau night at the ballpark as the Baysox battle the Altoona Curve. Live music from the islands, inspirational dance performances, and more. But that's not all. It's also Maryland's worst car show. Do you own a clunker, a piece of junk on wheels? Well, here's your chance to show it off. Again, that's all on Saturday, July 30th. So head to Baysox.com to purchase tickets and find out more about registering for Maryland's worst car show. Hope to see you there.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, getting set for the 6th game in this 7-game set between Bowie and Harrisburg. Sitting down with starting pitcher Zach Peak, started the first game of this series. He'll start on Sunday as well. So you're coming off of the lengthy stint on the IL, and you're working back. What's the main focus over those first couple of starts? Is there anything specific that you're working on, trying to get back into a rhythm for your pitches, or just maintaining strength and going back up against live opponents?
Kind of a little bit of both. You're working on pitch quality, and you're also like trying to feel things up, get timed out, and like really kind of feel your release point, get all your how do you say, get all your stuff working on the right lines. So it's kind of like a slow process, and it takes some hard work, but it's coming back.
What's been the latest just development on any particular pitch? Has there been anything that you're focusing on more intently than others at the moment?
Slider predominantly. I think we've been working on a different kind of slider that plays a little bit differently than the curveball. More kind of side to side rather than up to down. And I think over the last 2 outings, that pitch has kind of proved to be pretty darn good. So I'm happy with the direction it's going.
Now that we're essentially midway through the second year of this current scheduling system, where it's 6 games, in this case 7 games, but 6 days playing against the same team, and as a starting pitcher, you sometimes will face off against the team a second time in a week. What's that been like? What kind of challenges or maybe easements have you picked up from it? What's been good, what's been bad about it, having to face them twice in a row?
If you don't have the outing that you'd like, early in the week, you have a chance to bounce back, so that's always a positive. You have a chance to kind of make adjustments, outing to outing, and kind of do something new. Also, you got to be smart. Some of the negatives are that they have seen you, they know what you're going to try to do, they know your approach, so you're going with your same approach, but you're going to do something a little bit differently just to kind of shake them up, keep them off your stuff.
Again, we're here with Zach Peak on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Has there been any specific regimen, lesson, anything over just the past year plus that you've picked up from the coaching staff here in the Orioles organization that you really think has made a lot of improvement with your development, anything that's stuck with you over the rest of it?
I think just kind of their philosophy of hammering top string heaters. Heaters up makes the rest of it play. I pitched down my entire life, so then I get here and it's kind of elevating the baseball. You see that all around baseball, but still that, them hammering at home kind of really helped.
How have you enjoyed just the 2-week road trip? I know it can have its ups and its downs, and obviously right now having to play through some of the weather and the mayflies specifically at this particular ballpark. But what have you been able to take from having to be on the road for 2 straight weeks?
It's definitely a grind. It starts to get there kind of midway through the second week, but I got lucky. My girlfriend came up for the first little bit of this series. That kind of broke it up a little bit. But you're just trying to establish your routine the best you can and kind of stay as close to home, even though we're not at home. So,
what does she do?
She is actually a bartender. She's kind of finishing up, thinking about going to grad school. So, yeah, she's doing.
What would she go to grad school for?
She wants to do like journalism.
Oh,
so
lovely.
Yeah, she's thinking about going into grad school for journalism.
Fantastic. All right, as we wrap things up here with Zach Peak on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, got it in the clubhouse. I have to ask you, you're playing the new Super Mario Strikers game. What's your go-to team?
Dude, it's been Mario, Peach, Luigi, and Toad right now. It's just they're just damn good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I always remember, because we were saying I always played that original GameCube game. I always went with the Toad a lot of time because he had the best speed. I can remember that much. That much I can tell you. Zach, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
That's Zach Peak here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside, be back in a bit, walk you through the starting lineups. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Back to FNB Field here in Harrisburg as we continue on with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabatas with you. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the starting lineup for both sides ahead of this 6th game in the 7-game series. Bowie does have a couple of changes. Of course, we did mention Zach Watson is back off of the injured list, so he'll be in the lineup. Cesar Prieto opens, then Joey Ortiz follows, and Adam Hall shifts up into the 3 slot with Patrick Dorian back up to AAA. J.D. Mundy cleans up. Cody Roberts bats 5th. Zach Watson bats 6th. Andrew Dashbach is in left field again today. He's batting 7th. Christopher Cespedes will be in right field. He's batting 8th. And A.J. Graffinino is at third base, batting 9th. Teams have taken the field, so we'll step aside one final time here from FNB Field. When we come back, it's first pitch and all the play-by-play. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from FNB Field for Game 6 of this 7-game series between the Harrisburg Senators and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabata is with you from City Island here in Harrisburg, and as Jake Irvin warms on the mound for the Senators, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Cesar Prieto, followed by Joey Ortiz at shortstop batting second. Adam Hall is the designated hitter batting third. J.D. Mundy at first base cleans up. Cody Roberts, the catcher, bats fifth. Zach Watson in center field bats sixth. Andrew Dashbach in left field bats seventh. Christopher Cespedes in right field bats eighth. And A.J. Graffinino is at third base today. He's batting ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. The Baysox are 21-33 on the season, currently on a 3-game losing streak, 4-6 over their last 10, 10-17 on the road, and 9.5 games out of first place in the Southwest Division, 6th overall in the 6-team division. Once more, that lineup for Bowie, you've got Prieto, Ortiz, Hall, Mundy, Roberts, Watson, Dashbach, Cespedes, Graffinino, all to face off against right-hander Jake Irvin on the mound. FNB Field in Harrisburg, 325 feet down the line to both left and right field, 400 feet to straightaway center, with a slight breeze pushed out toward left field. As the left-hander Prieto digs in, takes one half swing and drops the bat on his back shoulder, readies for the first pitch home from Jake Irvin, and it's grounded to second. Picked up by Jackson Clough and sidearmed over to first, and we're underway at 5:59 on a 76-degree, partly cloudy day here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Let's get you that starting defense quickly now that we're already one out in. Jake Alou, Jack Dunn, and Justin Connolly are outfielders from left to right. Gilbert Lara is at third base. Alfredo Rodriguez at short. Jackson Clough at second, and KJ Harrison at first. Drew Millis catches behind the plate for Jake Irvin on the mound. First pitch to Joey Ortiz is a fastball called for strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. Jake Irvin, a 6'6", 225-pound right-hander, 25 years old, from Edina, Minnesota. He fires the 0-1, and it's just up and away. Not sure by how much. That fastball looked like it got a good portion of the zone, but it runs the count even at a ball and a strike now. Irvin, a fourth-round draft selection in 2018. 3-year starter for Oklahoma State. Next pitch home. Fastball hits the top edge of the zone, and the count goes to 1-2. Spent most of the season with High A Wilmington before getting the call up to Double A at the start of June, as the next pitch to Ortiz was a nice curveball that just misses high. Count goes even at 2. Just his second Double A start, Irvin only went 4 1/3 innings in his debut against the Erie Seawolves. Allowed 4 runs all earned on 6 hits. Here's the 2-2. Ortiz reaches for the curve and just gets a piece of it on the outside edge. Rolled it over foul, and the count stays even at 2. Official wind out toward left field at about 3 miles an hour this evening. We got some varied game start times across this series, partly because of the pre-scheduled doubleheader, and now a Saturday game, the 2-2. Ortiz fouls it off back to the screen on a fastball up and in. A lot of good horizontal run on that fastball for Jake Irvin. And he's so tall, too, can get you at a good plane. Infield, outfield play straight up on Ortiz as another 2-2 comes in, and it's popped foul, third base side and out of play. Already a great battle early on here for Joey Ortiz. That was the 6th pitch. This next one will be number 7. A .212 average, a .630 OPS for Ortiz this season in 48 games played. 12 doubles and a triple, 3 homers, 27 runs batted in. Another 2-2. Ortiz checks on it, a breaking ball down and away. They appeal, and he didn't go around. It runs the count full after pulling back on the slider. Ortiz walks more often than he strikes out on full counts this season. Would like one here. The payoff from Irvin. Called strike 3, a fastball on the bottom edge, and Ortiz knew it as soon as it crossed the plate. Backwards K for Irvin, his first strikeout of the day, and there's 2 gone here to start the first inning. Umpiring crew for today's game: Kevin Manzik is at third base, Edwin Jimenez, the crew chief, is at first, and Mitch Treziak is calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. Here's Adam Hall, righty on righty, first pitch home. Hall flinches at a fastball that just nicks the outside edge for a called strike. It's 0-1. 277 average for Hall this season, a 694 OPS in 29 games played. 6 doubles, no homers, but 6 runs driven in. 0-1. Another flinch, but this fastball misses high, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Already some good-looking stuff early from Irvin, the 25-year-old. The next pitch is driven out toward deep center field, sends Dunn on the run to the warning track. He curls around on it and makes the catch. Just about a step onto that dirt. 3 up, 3 down inning for Jake Irvin as we go to the bottom of the first here at F&B Field. It's Bowie nothing, Harrisburg coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
The Bowie Baysox go down in order in the top of the first inning, and Drew Rahm will try to match it here in the bottom of the first. As the left-hander warms on the mound for Bowie, he gets ready to face off against the following Harrisburg Senators starting lineup. Leading off in center field, you've got Jack Dunn, followed by Jake Alou in left field batting second. Wilson Garcia, the DH, bats third. Alfredo Rodriguez at shortstop fourth. Justin Connell in right field bats fifth. Drew Millis, the catcher, sixth. K.J. Harrison at first base, 7th. Gilbert Lara, the third baseman, bats 8th. And Jackson Clough at second base, bats 9th. Senators are the AA affiliate of the Washington Nationals. They're managed by Trip Keister, assisted by Justin Lord, Micah Franklin, Oscar Salazar, and R.J. Geyer. T.D. Swinford is the athletic trainer. Harrisburg is 24-31 on the season, a 3-game winning streak, 4-6 over their last 10, 11-17 at home, 7 games out of first place, 5th overall in the 6-team Southwest Division. Once more, that lineup for Harrisburg. You've got Dunn, Alou, Garcia, Rodriguez, Connell, Millis, Harrison, Lara, Clough, all to face off against lefty Drew Rahm on the mound. Rahm grips the rosin bag once and spikes it as he foots the rubber third base side, brings ball in glove, and stretches it up over and behind his head before bringing set to the chest, dropping to the waist, and firing the first pitch home. It's a fastball called for strike on the bottom edge of the zone to Dunn. 0-1 to open up. Dunn, a 241 average this season, a 702 OPS in 33 games played. He waits for the 0-1, and it's checked on low. A sinking fastball runs the count even at a ball and a strike. 4 doubles, no triples for Dunn. 3 homers, 12 runs driven in. Here's the 1-1. Dunn watches breaking pitch miss, the slider inside. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Dunn has been pretty instrumental early on in this series. Had the leadoff home run a couple of nights ago as the next pitch bounces in. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike here on the first batter of the first inning. He grounded out to open yesterday's game. Here's the 3-1. Called strike on the outside edge, a bit of a wide give as Dunn had already exited the box and started up the line. It runs the count full. Dunn sees it well on full counts at 1038 OPS this season. The payoff early from Rahm is served on a line out toward right center field and picked by Christopher Cespedes. Lost the hat on the run, but makes the catch. That's the one that matters. And that's how the inning gets started for Drew Rahm. Tell you about the defense for Bowie. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Andrew Dashbach, Zach Watson, and Christopher Cespedes. A.J. Graffinino is at third base, Joey Ortiz at short, Cesar Prieto at second, J.D. Mundy at first, and Cody Roberts is catching behind the plate for Drew Rom on the mound. Here's left-hander Jake Alou. First pitch home. Alou watches it go by. Breaking ball called for strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. 266 average for Alou this year, a 783 OPS in 51 games played. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider misses away, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. 15 doubles for Alou, 7 homers, 31 runs driven in. Only has 1 home run against the Baysox, however. The batter on deck is the most dangerous one against Bowie this season. The 1-1 grounded high over the mound, but picked on the run on a well-shaded Joey Ortiz. The shortstop sidearms it swiftly to first base, and the 6-3 putout is the second out of the first inning. Baysox in their alternate orange jerseys with the black shoulder sleeve, the black Bowie in block letters on the front side, gray pants and a black cap with orange brim. Senators in their traditional home whites, white pants, and the red script Senators on the front side. Here's Wilson Garcia, switch hitter batting righty, fouls off the first offering. It was a breaking ball up and away. Count starts out at 0-1. Garcia, a 284 average for Harrisburg this season, 796 OPS in 50 games played. The 0-1 grounded to third, 3 bounces and it's muffed by A.J. Graffinino. Closed the glove a little bit too early and it just bounced off of the edge of it. The error for Graffinino is his first at third base in just 3 games started there for Bowie this season, but it extends the inning as Garcia reaches. Anything that comes across in this frame now would be unearned against Rom, but of course he would still like it to be a scoreless frame as Alfredo Rodriguez digs in. First pitch home to the right-hander. Blazing fastball called for strike on the top edge. It's 0-1. Rodriguez, an even 300 average this season, a 767 OPS in 10 games, 3 doubles, a homer, 8 batted in. Runner at first, 2 away. Here's the 0-1. Rodriguez golfs a foul ball. Little piece on a breaking ball low. It's 0-2. Got to tell you about Drew Rom, 6'2", 170-pound, 22-year-old left-hander from Cincinnati, Ohio. 4th round draft selection in 2018 from Highlands High School. Fires the 0-2, and it's over the head of Roberts. Garcia goes to second, but Roberts rips it into center field. Garcia's too slow to go anywhere else. So the wild pitch just advances Garcia 1 base. He wasn't going to test his luck any more than that. The ball wasn't deflected when it got past Roberts. I think that was the notable thing. It was just a straight-up changeup that missed high. Roberts didn't try to grab it. It just went by him, hit off of the backstop, and he picked it and threw it. But again, he threw it wild. Fortunately, Garcia stayed put. So the wild pitch puts him at second as the 1-2 is popped up right side, shallow right field. Cespedes running down. Who's going to make the catch? And no one. It's in no man's land. Garcia scores. Just a bloop single through miscommunication, and Harrisburg takes the early 1-0 lead on an unearned run. That's a tough one. Rodriguez has hits in 4 consecutive games now, his 9th RBI on the season. You got to feel frustrated on that one if you're Drew Rom. Here's Justin Connell. First pitch to the right-hander is a fastball called for strike on the bottom edge. It's 0-1. You know, and that's one of those plays that back when Jordan Westberg and Gunnar Henderson were with the Baysox, that'd be a Joey Ortiz play every time. Next pitch misses down, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. But with Westberg and Henderson up to AAA, Ortiz is now pretty much the full-time shortstop. Cesar Prieto might see a game here or there. And when Adam Hall gets healthy again to play in the field, I imagine he'll be there a couple of times, but it's Ortiz. Here's the next pitch. Misses up and away, a breaking ball, runs it to 2-1. This inning has extended far past what it should have for Drew Rom. He should have been done after just 11 pitches, but the error that allowed Wilson Garcia to reach extended it, and we're still here. 2-1 pitch. Misses low, it's 3-1. Yeah, so now with Cesar Prieto at second base, Joey Ortiz, the full-time shortstop. You could tell that Prieto just was not as in command of that kind of play as Ortiz normally is. The 3-1 is a slider that misses up and away for ball 4. So right now, that error on A.J. Graffinino is just cascadingly consequential on Drew Rahm. Here's Drew Millis, first and second, still 2 outs. Everything is still unearned. The first pitch comes in, switch hitter batting right, fouls it off, right side. Count starts out at 0-1. Hey, first time this series, we're seeing the little novelty train running on the tracks around the ballpark. It extends around City Island. The small little station for it is out past the left field wall. Has its own little parking lot. And I can see it just slowly going along for its little journey around the island. Here's the 0-1, grounded foul into the Baysox dugout. Count starts out at 0-2. Millis, a 180 average, a 534 OPS this season in 24 games played. 3 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 9 batted in. Rahm sets again, third base side of the rubber. Another 0-2. Check swing. Pitch missed wide, no appeal. Changeup runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. Millis only 211 this season with runners in scoring position. That is a couple of ticks higher than his overall season average. The 1-2. Fouled off, ate up some dirt, and a little bit of chalk in the batter's box. But Cody Roberts was quick to pounce on it. He's not going to gamble at all. If there's a ball that's in between the foul lines, he's going to go after it. Picked it up and quickly fired it to first, but it's still a foul. Count still holds at 1-2. But again, this inning is continuing far, far further than it should have. Rahm has thrown over twice as many pitches than he should have initially thrown. The 1-2 misses high. Fastball runs the count even at 2. And when Bowie has been having such a tough time getting lengthy starts out of their starters, this is just as unfortunate as it can be for the Baysox. The 2-2. Slider misses down and in, and it runs the count full. Second consecutive 3-ball count for Rahm. Second full count in this inning after Jack Dunn flew out to right field to open the frame. First and second, still 2 away as Bowie trails 1-0 in the first. Runners go. The payoff is fouled off back to the screen. Sinker came in a little bit high, and Millis stays alive for another one. If Millis gets aboard at this point, just based on the number of pitches thrown, we'll most likely see someone throw in the Baysox bullpen, and just as I say it, there's a body up and tossing. Looks to be Noah DeNoyer. Another payoff. Runners take off, and it's called strike 3. Hit him with a fastball, middle, and Rahm finally gets out of the disastrous inning that should have been over a long time ago. Harrisburg extends it with an error, a wild pitch, and an RBI single as we go to the second here at FNB Field. The Baysox trail 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball. Make sure you've got your Jedi cloaks ready on Saturday, July 16th for Star Wars Saturday at Prince George's Stadium. Meet dozens of Star Wars characters out at the ballpark, take part in interactive exhibits and lightsaber battles, and you can bid on specialty game-worn jerseys by the Baysox players at the game. It's all sponsored by Taco Bell, and it comes your way on Saturday, July 16th. So get your tickets now for Star Wars Saturday at the ballpark by heading to Baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Second inning here in Harrisburg as Bowie now trails 1-0 out of the gate. 4, 5, and 6 for the Baysox due up as Jake Irvin will try to match his first inning. Put down the side on just 13 pitches, a ground out, a fly out, a strikeout, a good trio. Faces off against J.D. Mundy to start. First pitch to the left-hander is sliced foul left side. Count opens up at 0-1. Mundy, a .220 average this season for Bowie, a .621 OPS in 37 games played, 9 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 13 batted in. Next pitch, Mundy grounds it slowly over to the right side where it's picked up by Clough at second base. Makes the transfer and easily lobs it over to first for a 4-3 putout. 4 in a row retired for Jake Irvin to start his day. Again, Irvin started the season with High A Wilmington. Nationals have made a couple of changes with some of their minor league affiliates in recent seasons. High A used to be the Potomac Nationals. Harrisburg's current manager, Trip Keister, was there for a long, long time. As the first pitch to Cody Roberts is called a strike on the bottom edge of the zone, it's 0-1. That ballpark was routinely rated as one of the more rustic ballparks, to put it diplomatically, as Roberts watches the next pitch, another called strike on a breaking ball down and in. Roberts, a .261 average this season with a .718 OPS in 32 games played. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the second as Bowie trails 1-0. Irvin sends home the next, and it's popped foul right side out of play. Count stays at 0-2. And Trip Keister was a manager for the Potomac Nationals for, I want to say, at least 4 years. 6 years, make that. Another 0-2 to Roberts. Misses high and away. Fastball runs into a ball and 2 strikes. Prior to that, he was a manager with their former single-A affiliate, the Hagerstown Suns, a team that no longer exists. Here's the 1-2. Roberts lofts a curveball to the left side, and it's down for a base hit, trickling toward the corner. Jake Alou will have to go fish it out, but Roberts will take the turnaround first and easily trot into second base with his 6th double of the season. Baysox have a game-tying run in scoring position here with only 1 out in the top of the second. Perfect place to put that ball into play the way he did. A slider just on the meaty side of the upper inside corner. Roberts had his eyes up, kept the bat up, and just hooked it enough that it would trickle into foul territory after touching down fair. Here's Zach Watson. First pitch home to the right-hander is a called strike on a fastball away. Count opens up at 0-1. Watson in his first game back from a lengthy stint on the injured list. 175 average this season, a 555 OPS in 35 games played. 4 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 7 batted in. Irvin sends home the next, and Watson grounds it hard to the left side. Backhanded by the shortstop Rodriguez, but his throw to first is way late. Just a slow enough ground ball that Rodriguez's best bet was to just keep it in front so Roberts couldn't advance. He accomplished that fact. Watson does reach on the single, but Roberts is still at second base, and now with Watson aboard, Irvin could try and turn his sights into a double play now that Andrew Dashbach is up. He's hit into 2 of them this season, but Dashbach more of a fly ball batter. But of course his strikeouts have been how he's normally put out. First pitch. Fastball misses down and away. Count opens up at 1-0. 181 average for Dashbach this season, a 691 OPS in 44 games played. He strikes out in about 40% of his plate appearances. First and second, 1 away as Bowie trails 1-0 in the second. Next pitch. Dashbach watches a called strike. Fastball nails the lower outside corner of the zone, and it runs the count even at a ball and a strike. Yeah, talking briefly about those Nationals affiliates again. They have made a lot of changes. They were one of the teams that saw a lot of change out of the minor league reorganization following 2019. They've changed their AAA recently as well. The 1-1 bounces in, kicks up a little bit of chalk from the other batter's box. Count goes to 2-1. But all the while, they have been, don't even want to say stuck, they've been glad to stay with Harrisburg as their AA affiliate. The entire time that the Nationals have been a major league team, Harrisburg has been their AA team. The 2-1, dash box, skies it foul right side. And the count goes even at 2. And Washington's AAA at the moment is Rochester. It used to be Syracuse, back when Syracuse was the Chiefs. But now they're the Syracuse Mets, and you can imagine who their AAA affiliate of. 2-2 to dash box, swing and a miss. Chases on a breaking ball, just a little bit high, and he's down on strikes. The second punch out for Jake Irvin, and the second out here in the second inning. So now on Christopher Cespedes, who's been swinging the hottest bat in the lineup lately. .229 average this season with a .728 OPS in 12 games, but he's 4 for 9 in this series. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a solo home run last night. He watches first pitch strike. Fastball on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Inning started when J.D. Mundy grounded out. Cody Roberts floated a double up the third base line. Zach Watson singled on the infield. It held Roberts at second. And Andrew Dashbach struck out. Brings us to where we are. 0-1. Oh, just misses. Fastball a little low. Count even to the ball on a strike. Irvin fires the next, and Cespedes watches breaking pitch miss high. Well, I do like that fastball. Looking at some of the numbers on it, it's got a lot of good movement on really both planes. Obviously, the height for Irvin helps, but it does get some good run on it going away from the right-handers. Here's the 2-1. Cespedes just gets a piece of it. Fastball just a little bit ahead of the barrel, runs the count even at 2. Again, Bowie trailing 1-0 here in the top of the second inning, trying not to leave them on the table. They left 11 runners on base 2 nights ago, but only collected 2 hits yesterday, so they just left on 3. The 2-2. This one popped up right center. Dunn running down for it, and it's the center fielder to make the catch. The inning is over. The Baysox get a runner into scoring position with only 1 out, but can't do much more. We're on to the bottom of the second here at F&B Field in Harrisburg. Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1360. 861 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
On to the bottom of the second here at FNB Field in Harrisburg as Bowie trails 1-0. Drew Rahm will get back to work after throwing 28 pitches in the first inning, allowing one unearned run. But again, an error after 2 outs were already recorded in the inning meant Rahm should have only thrown 11 pitches before extending the frame with a wild pitch, an RBI single, a walk, and finally a strikeout. Rahm will dance with the bottom three in the Harrisburg lineup now in the second inning. First pitch to KJ Harrison misses wide to the right-hander. Count opens up at 1-0 on the fastball. Harrison, Gilbert Lara, then Jackson Clough due up in this inning for Harrisburg. Next pitch, breaking ball misses high from Rahm, and the count quickly to 2-0. Well, it really looked like Rahm was cruising too. Got the quick ground out from Jake Alou and was about to get the second from Wilson Garcia, but some of these at-bats have started to labor on already, and that's what we don't want. Next pitch grounded foul, third base side. Runs the count to 2-1 on Harrison. Because again, remember, Rahm was only able to finish 4 innings while facing 16 batters on Sunday against Altoona. Needed 62 pitches to get to that point. And he's already well behind that pace right now, only 1 inning deep. Here's the 2-1 to Harrison. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball high. Count runs even at 2. Could you tell I lost track of the count there for just a brief moment? Didn't say he struck out, but I had the inflection. We'll see if Rahm gets the strikeout here. The 2-2. Grounded up the middle and into center, a base hit. Just hit high enough that it skipped over the outstretched arm of Rahm. And Harrison has hits in back-to-back games with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the second inning. Fastball came just a little bit low on the halfway point of the zone there. First pitch home to Gilbert Lara is a swinging strike on a slider down and in. Count starts out at 0-1. Lara, a .211 average this season, a .583 OPS in 28 games played, 3 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 10 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1. Slider misses up and away that time, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Well, it definitely seems like Rahm is mixing his pitch location, especially on the vertical side of things, well right now. As the 1-1 comes in, and it's fouled off, went with a high slider again. Lifted back over the screen, and it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. But you might want to keep it low. Lara's a big ground ball hitter. He's hit into 2 double plays this season. And with a runner at first, you could get back into that efficient track. The 1-2. Lifted, foul, right side, out of play. Went with a changeup away. Lara's got a good reach, very long arms. Rahm still looking for the put down, maybe. Fires another 1-2, and it swung on and missed for strike 3. Sinking fastball ate up a little bit of dirt, and Lara is down on strikes. Second punch out for Rahm today. First out here in the second inning. Here's the number 9 batter, Jackson Clough. Clough not a ground ball hitter, but you could try and turn him into one. 162 average this year, a 489 OPS in 47 games played. 7 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. First pitch. Breaking ball just pieced off of Cody Roberts' foul. Home plate umpire makes sure that Roberts is okay before he goes to retrieve the ball. Count opens up at 0-1. The umpire will go out and hand Rahm a new ball to give Roberts a chance to catch his breath. Clough only hitting .167 against Bowie this year. Baysox have struck him out over half the time he stepped into the box in this season set. Here's the 0-1. Half swing on a pitch in the dirt. Home plate umpire says he went around. Cody Roberts had to rip the mask off and keep it in front of him as it skipped in front of home plate, but it runs the count to 0-2 quickly. Yeah, Clough not a ground ball hitter. Only a 0.6 fly ball to ground ball ratio. Here's the 0-2. Misses wide. Check that, got the numbers flipped. 0.6 ground ball to fly ball ratio, so it's about twice as many fly balls. It's a big chance for Rahm to get that put down pitch. Really needs it now. The 1-2. Popped up right side of the infield. Prieto, does he see it? He does. Now stepping down a little bit in front of the infield dirt. He makes the catch, still on the grass. So 2 away. Not necessarily a big put down pitch, but a quick out. That's what matters. Now it goes back to the top of the lineup and Jack Dunn. Lefty on righty, first pitch home. Dunn watches it bounce in. Seeing a handful of those now. That's 3 just over the last 2 plate appearances for Rahm. 1-0 to start. Here's the next. Slider just misses away, and the count goes to 2-0. Dunn flew out to right field his first time up as the 2-0 pitch comes in away. Slider again misses, runs it to 3-0. Again, at the rate that Rahm is dealing, best bet at this point is going to be him finishing 3 innings. As the next offering misses high, a 4-pitch walk to Jack Dunn. That fastball follows what a lot of Bowie and Orioles minor league pitchers are trying to do. Get those high swings and misses, and if not, see if they can at least get the umpire's call on a borderline pitch, and neither happened there. Here's Jake Alou with first and second, 2 away. First pitch. That fastball barely missed away. Count starts out at 1-0, so 5 consecutive out of the zone for Rahm. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike. Fastball nicks the lower outside corner, and it's 1-1. Alou grounded out to the shortstop back in the first inning. Again, it really seems like the trajectory of this game and Rahm's start specifically changed after that error. Next offering, swung on and missed. Slider away. Count to a ball and 2 strikes. Because Rahm was ticketed for an 11-pitch perfect first with a flyout and 2 groundouts, but since that error, he's allowed 2 base hits, 2 walks, and an unearned run. The 1-2. Misses low. Breaking ball. Runs the count even at 2. Again, what happens here in the second inning may not be as dictated as what happened in the first inning. But since Rahm did have to throw 17 more pitches than anticipated, you could say it has at least some ripple effect. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Breaking ball picked up before the dirt by Cody Roberts, so no advancement. That's the 3rd strikeout for Drew Rahm, and strands a pair on base. But it was another lengthy frame for Rahm. He needed 22 pitches to get it done. We're on to the 3rd here at F&B Field in Harrisburg. Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. but less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Fans, don't forget to get your tickets for Friday, July 15th, when Jimmy J.J. Walker, legendary actor and comedian, star of the 70s hit Good Times, makes his way out to Prince George's Stadium for Dynamite Night. Talk about it more in a second as A.J. Graffinino digs in and watches a first pitch strike on a high curveball. Nothing in one to start as we move on to the third inning here at F&B Field in Harrisburg. Bowie down 1-0. Graffinino grounds the next pitch over to the right side, picked by the first baseman and underhanded to Irvin covering. Irvin steps on the bag to complete the 3-1 putout, and there's one away here to start the third inning. Yeah, it's Friday, July 15th, where you can meet Jimmy J.J. Walker with a special VIP meet and greet package. Of course, he'll be around the ballpark as well. It just added a special bucket hat giveaway. I believe it's dual-sided, so a reversible bucket hat with the Baysox logo on both sides, just a different logo, obviously, for both, but very fun designs. Back to the top of the lineup for Bowie as Cesar Prieto digs in, and the first pitch is a slider that misses inside. It's 1-0 to open. Prieto grounded out in the first pitch of the game over towards second base back in the first. As the 1-0 comes on, and it's called a strike. Fastball hits the bottom edge of the zone to run the count even. I said it's some good movement in both planes for Jake Irvin. Of course, his height helps, but just some decent run, especially in on those left-handers. Next pitch. This is down and away. Runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Well, it was cloudy as all heck when we got to the ballpark today, around 1-2, even a little bit 3-4, as Prieto crushes this one out toward deep right center field. Connell on the run, curling around, and it's the center fielder, Jack Dunn, makes the catch just in front of the warning track at one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. Fly out to center for Prieto, and there's 2 away. Well, just as I was describing some of the vista around here, you can still see a couple of patterned clouds out past right field, but blue skies pretty much above. And again, that's one of the things with a ballpark situated on the river like this. You just might get some pop-up clouds that appear and get quickly dispersed by just a passing breeze almost. As Joey Ortiz digs in, first pitch is a fastball that misses wide. Count starts out at 1-0. Ortiz struck out looking on a full count offering back in the first inning after taking it to nearly 10 pitches. He fouled off a ton. The 1-0 misses away just again. And the count goes to 2-0 on the right-hander. Bases empty, 2 away here in the top of the third inning. Bowie trailing 1-0. 2 hits for each side. The Baysox do have an error. As the 2-0 comes in, Ortiz takes an early swing at a curveball. Can't blame him on that. That was a well-placed pitch. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. And not too many shadows. We did have the slightly earlier start time. There's a little bit in fair territory on right field. Next pitch, Ortiz lofts the curveball this time out toward deep right center field. Sends Dunn on the run, and it's over his head. Bounces once, twice, and rolls all the way to the wall. Ortiz could try for 3. He rounds second, and there he goes. The throw comes in, it's late, and it's a triple for Ortiz. His second of the season puts tying run at third with 2 outs here in the third inning. Big time hit for Joey at 100 miles an hour off the bat. He's got hits in 2 of his last 3 games now for the Baysox. And gives Adam Hall an opportunity to give Bowie a tie game with a base hit. Hall flew out to center field his first time up. As the first pitch from Irvin comes in and it misses high, a fastball. Well, this is what Bowie does a lot this season, where first time through the order, they may struggle a little. They may go down quickly. But they get such a fast understanding of the zone, the home plate umpire calling it, and the pitcher throwing it as Hall fouls off the next pitch. Fastball hit middle, and it goes back to the screen. They take it from there, and they'll watch so many of these borderline pitches called for easy balls and then find the best pitch to hit, like Ortiz just did. Here's the 1-1. Hall swings through a high fastball, and the count goes to 1-2. I mean, hey, the same could be said about Cesar Prieto. He really barreled that ball out toward right center field. The outfield was just playing a little bit deeper on Prieto than they were on Ortiz. Ortiz practically put it to the same spot. His was just more on a line. Here's the 1-2. Misses just wide, a fastball. Count goes even at 2. Only the second baseman, Jackson Clough, thought that should have been called a strike. The rest of the defense stayed put. They realized that was a clear ball. Irvin rocks slightly back and forth. Kicks high and fires the 2-2, and it's lifted foul right side. Count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That second inning was actually surprisingly long for Irvin. He did 19 pitches to get it done. Mostly because Bowie picked up 2 base hits. Trying to do it again here. Another 2-2. Fouled off again right side. Hall coming in just a little bit late on this steady string of high fastballs. I tell you, the way Irvin pitches honestly reminds me of Baysox pitchers a lot of time. Good movement on his stuff. His fastball just has a little bit more horizontal movement, but he keeps it high plenty. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Hall chases on a slider down and away, and the Baysox come up empty in the third despite a 2-out triple by Joey Ortiz. We're on to the bottom of the frame here at FNB Field as the Baysox trail 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Be sure to get to the ballpark on Friday, June 17th for a jam-packed night of promotions and fun at Prince George's Stadium. It all starts with fireworks presented by DCA Imaging Systems. It's our Mother and Son Night Out with special ticket packages available at BaysoxShop.com. And most importantly, it's the Scouts BSA Campout. When you purchase a special ticket, you and your Scout can camp out in the outfield at Prince George's Stadium after the game. It all happens on Friday, June 17th, so find out more and get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the third here in Harrisburg as Bowie trails 1-0. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Senators due up in this half inning as Wilson Garcia will open it. Left-hander Drew Rom continues on the mound. Another lengthy frame for Rom in the second. 23 pitches in a scoreless inning. Gave up a leadoff single and eventually a 2-out walk, but struck out 2 batters. But he starts with Garcia, and Garcia has been one of the toughest outs for Baysox pitchers this series and pretty much this season. First pitch. That one bounces in probably about 4 feet in front of home plate. 1-0 to start. Now, Garcia's last plate appearance was a pivotal shift for the way Rom's day has gone. Next pitch, lined over foul, first base side. Hits off of a seat back and rolls back into right field as the count goes even at a ball and a strike. On an 0-1 pitch in the first inning, Garcia grounded slowly to the third baseman, but A.J. Graffinino closed his glove a little bit too early, and the ball bounced off of his glove. It was an error. Would have been the last out of the inning, but instead, Rom had to face off against 3 more batters to follow. Garcia even scored later. Next pitch fouled off back to the netting right side, and it's already 1-2. And Garcia advanced the second on a wild pitch. and then scored on a single to right field by Alfredo Rodriguez. A little Texas leaguer. The 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him to wave on a sinker down and inside, I believe. Count as Garcia's down for the 4th strikeout today. Back-to-back punch-outs for Rom when you include the end of the 2nd inning. Now Alfredo Rodriguez. Yeah, he just popped it up out towards shallow right field on the line. And there wasn't a defender that could come to terms on who should make the catch. First pitch home, bounces in again. 1-0 to start on Rodriguez. And like I said, I feel like were Jordan Westberg and Gunnar Henderson still here with Bowie, that catch would have been made, the 1-0. Swung on and missed high, a fastball. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. There's just something about really all three of them, Westberg, Henderson, and Joey Ortiz, now that Ortiz has shifted to a full-time shortstop role. As the 1-1 comes in, and it's fouled off behind home plate to run it to 1-2. There's just something about them that commanded so much authority on the field, and that's something that Kyle Moore spoke to plenty over the first, say, 2-3 weeks of the season. Here's the 1-2. Late swing, pushed out towards shallow right center. Watson running on it, but called off by Cespedes, and it's the right fielder to make the catch. So 2 up, 2 down. And now Rom looks to be back into rhythm. Hasn't fallen behind either of these batters except for the first pitch ball on both of them. He skipped in the first pitches, but bounced back to work ahead 1-2 and eventually get the quick outs. That's what he needs. As Justin Connell digs in. First pitch home. Fastball just misses low. Count starts out at 1-0. It's 5 consecutive first pitch balls for Rom, stretching back to the 2nd inning, the 1-0. That one called a strike, looked to be in the same location as the previous pitch, maybe just half-inch higher. Count evens at a ball and a strike. As the 1-1 comes in, and it bounces in again. Now, Rom not happy with the way his slider is moving right now. Not very pleased with the dirt in front of the mound either, from what it seems. But he's not going to let it take away from his time in rhythm to pitch, as the 2-1 is fouled off left side. Fastball hit away, and the count goes even at 2. And there's a lot of maturity that goes into that, the way that Rom works on the mound. At just 22 years old, it's sometimes very interesting to watch. Very fun to watch, too, to put it more specifically. The 2-2, swinging a slow poke over toward the mound. Rom scoops it to the right side and tosses it quickly to first to end the inning. 1-3 put out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down frame for Rom. He's up to 64 pitches. That was a 13-pitch third. We're on to the 4th here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom-tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Hey fans, care is around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. No appointment needed. Learn more at patientfirst.com. We're on to the fourth inning here at F&B Field in Harrisburg. A 1-0 Senators lead. J.D. Mundy will open it up for the Baysox at the plate, followed by Cody Roberts and Zach Watson. Jake Irvin back to work. He's dealt around runners in scoring position in back-to-back innings. We'll see how he fares in this inning, as the first pitch to Mundy is a fastball called for strike on the upper outside corner, 0-1. Shadow's now starting to push a little bit across the batting circle. Mundy in the left-handed batter's box is actually pretty much all in shade. Here's the 0-1, a half swing on a pitch up and away. They appeal, say he didn't go. Count goes even at a ball and a strike on Mundy, who grounded out to the second baseman back when he led off the second inning. They play him a little bit enough to shift. He does pull it about 45% of the time, as the next pitch, a curveball, misses down. Runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Well, and Irvin's got a very unfortunate little strip of shadow across him. There's a light pole that is pretty much bisecting him on the rubber. Next pitch, a slider misses inside to Mundy, and it's 3-1. It's literally just cutting the mound in half and just resting cleanly on his back. I find that very unfortunate. But of course, these professional athletes, they're locked in. I would just be nuisanced by even the slightest thing. The 3-1 is again grounded to second. Backing up, Clough gloves it and sends to first from the outfield grass. So Mundy grounds out 4-3 for the second time today, and now it goes over to Cody Roberts. Very nice turnout, though, here at F&B Field. Again, a ballpark that's only about 12 years old, doesn't really show any age whatsoever. Keep it well cleaned and maintained with a lot of metal facade. And I think that's partly because of its location on the river. As Cody Roberts breaks his bat and flares the first pitch to short. A sinking line drive grabbed by Alfredo Rodriguez. That bat found its way into the third base line, where it's picked up by Gilbert Lara. Mundy's going to need a new piece of lumber for the next time he comes up, but there's already 2 outs. So now here's Zach Watson. Yeah, it's a very lovely ballpark, a very slim 360-degree concourse. One of the few in the Eastern League that actually does that. First pitch to Watson, called a strike on a breaking ball inside. Count opens up at 0-1. Watson singled to the shortstop his first time up, but was left stranded at first base. That was in the second inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Count already to 0-2. Yeah, it's just a very small walkway that pretty much connects you from the left field terrace to the right field bar and terrace. Just a small walkway behind the batter's eye in center field, but it's still a 360-degree concourse. Still counts. Here's the 0-2. Watson watches fastball miss high, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Bases empty, 2 away here in the top of the fourth inning as Bowie trails 1-0. An unearned run so far, the difference maker. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt. Slid away, but picked up easily by Millis and lobbed over to first to complete the putout. 4th strikeout for Jake Irvin in his second 1-2-3 inning of the evening. As we move to the bottom of the 4th here at F&B Field in Harrisburg, Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Saturday, July 2nd and Sunday, July 3rd. It's 2 of the largest fireworks shows of the season, all a part of the Baysox Independence Day weekend celebration. On Saturday, it's the post-game spectacular, sponsored by Royal Farms. And on Sunday, it's the Baysox Independence Day celebration with the biggest fireworks show of the season, sponsored by Johns Hopkins Community Physicians. 2 straight days of post-game fireworks at Prince George's Stadium, and you don't want to miss it. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print. not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Switch hitting catcher Drew Millis leads off the bottom of the fourth inning for Harrisburg as Drew Rahm, left-handed pitcher, continues on the mound. It'll be Millis, KJ Harrison, and Gilbert Lara due up here in this half inning as Harrisburg leads Bowie 1-0. First pitch home to Millis is called a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Millis struck out swinging back in the first inning. Here's the next. Fastball misses away, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Well, I bring this up a couple of times. Just anytime there's a unique catcher like Millis or the other catcher on Harrisburg's roster, Brady Lindsley. Next offering is swung on and missed up and away. Count goes to 1-2. That despite Lindsley being a left-hander and Millis being a switch hitter, there are no left-handed catchers that primarily. This pitch is fouled off left side. Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. That primarily catch the ball with their right hand and throw the ball with their left hand behind the plate. There's just no left-handed catchers really in baseball anymore. Pulled up an article really quickly here from Major League Baseball. The last left-handed catcher to appear in a game in the majors was in 1902, as the next offering is called strike 3 on the outside edge. Hit him with a slider that just picked up enough of the plate away. Millis strikes out looking. Second strikeout he's been handed today. 5th overall strikeout for Drew Rahm. He's retired 5 in a row. First pitch home to KJ Harrison is called a strike on the bottom edge. A changeup, 0-1. Yeah, looking it up very, very quickly. Jiggs Donahue with the 1902 St. Louis Browns. Next pitch, lined over toward left field, a base hit. Outfield was playing deep, so Dashbach picks it, and he'll hurry it back into the infield. Harrisburg has been testy on the base paths in this series, but Harrison is content with a single. First base runner for Harrisburg since Jack Dunn drew a walk with 2 outs in the first inning. 2-hit day for Harrison. That accounts for 2/3 of the Harrisburg hits. Here's Gilbert Lara, first pitch. Breaking ball misses low. Count starts out at 1-0. Again, Lara, a big double play candidate. Ground out to fly out ratio of nearly 2. Next pitch. Called strike. Fastball on the inside edge, and the count runs even. He has hit into 2 double plays this season, and Harrison isn't that fast. The 1-1. Misses away a slider, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Rahm sets, kicks and fires the 2-1. It's swung on and missed inside to run the count even at 2. And with a team like Bowie so big on development, I start to wonder sometimes in situations like this, do they ask the pitchers to focus on getting the 2 quick outs, or maybe do they still work them on just focusing on individual pitches that they're toying with? As the next pitch to Lara slides too far down and inside, it runs the count full. Right-hander up and moving in the bullpen for Bowie. It's Noah Denoyer. So probably be the last inning for Rahm yet again. The 3-2 popped up out toward left field. Running in a long way, Dashbach. Will he get there? He will. Makes the catch about chin high. Slows himself down after sprinting for it, but it's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Now here's Jackson Clough. Don't have to worry about double plays. Clough popped out to second base back in the second. Rahm sends home the first. It's called strike on a fastball away. Count opens up at 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. Not sure how much that one might have missed by. And looked to be like it could have been around the knees. But it's called a ball, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Well, Rahm, when he's out of the stretch, really angles himself to face right field while keeping a conservative set at the belly as this pitch is grounded right side and through the gap into right field for a base hit. Picked up by Christopher Cespedes and a hard charge to third base for KJ Harrison. He stops there, but a 2-out single for Jackson Clough. And that's one of those tough plays where with a runner at first base, that's a base hit. With a runner at second or third, that's a ground out. Because J.D. Mundy is holding on the runner, takes away his normal position at first, which is exactly where that ball was hit. So Clough breaks out of a small 2-game hitless skid as the inning once again extends for Harrisburg, and it goes back to the top of the lineup for Jack Dunn. Yeah, the way Rahm works on the third base side of the rubber, when he comes set, he takes about 2 half steps forward toward the first base line. As the first pitch home to Jack Dunn misses down a fastball. Count opens at 1-0. Dunn flew out to right field on a full count offering in the first. Had a 4-pitch walk in the second inning with 2 outs, but was left stranded at first. Rahm didn't give up any runs there. Bowie trails 1-0. Next pitch is a slider, misses away, and it's quickly 2-0. So Dunn has seen 6 consecutive pitches outside of the zone since stepping into the box back in the second. First and third. Here's the next. Called a strike on a fastball low. Roberts had popped up for the back pick, but didn't throw it. Clough does have the speed, so even with the left-hander on the mound, he's probably used to taking larger leads than, say, KJ Harrison was previously. Here's the 2-1, misses inside, and it's 3 balls and a strike here on Dunn. If Rahm loses him, that's going to be it. He's at 84 pitches, which is the most he's thrown all season. The 3-1 misses down, and that's ball 4. So the bases are loaded on Rahm's 3rd walk allowed of the day, tying a season tie and a career high. Let's see if Kyle Moore does actually come out. Cody Roberts comes up to the mound to chat with his battery mate. But Jake Alou will come up with the bases loaded. It says only 1 out on the board, but there are 2 outs. Drew Millis opened up the inning by striking out. Gilbert Lara flew out to left field. But the bases are loaded, and it looks like they're sticking with Rahm. Now here's Kyle Moore. All right. Guess he just wanted this opportunity to give Denoyer a couple of more tosses. He can... So, yeah, you can use that first mound visit with Roberts and then make the pitching change when Kyle Moore comes out. So that's what Bowie decided to do, to give Denoyer a couple of more pitches to warm up on. But Rahm is done. Denoyer comes in. Tricky situation. Bases loaded, 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bowie trailing by just 1. It's a 1-0 game, and we're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Pitching change here in the bottom of the fourth inning as the Bowie Baysox are trying to keep it a 1-0 game. Drew Rahm departs in favor of Noah Denoyer, left-hander for right-hander, as Rahm leaves with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Line not closed, of course, with the 3 runners aboard, all belonging to Rahm. He finishes with 3 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. He struck out 5 batters and walked 3. But again, depending on how Denoyer does, it could be 4 runs, 3 earned, or 1 run, none earned. Denoyer takes over, a 6'5", 225-pound right-hander. Minor league free agent signed back in 2019. 0-1 with a 2.25 ERA in 5 appearances for Bowie this year. He faces Jake Alou. First pitch to the left-hander is a fastball called for strike, hits middle, 0-1. Alou on the season, 1 for 3 with the bases loaded, 4 runs driven in, as well as 2 bases loaded walks. Here's the 0-1. Alou watches high fastball, and the count evens. He grounded out to the shortstop back in the first inning, struck out swinging on a 2-2 pitch to end the second inning. Denoyer wants to work quickly here, which normally he does. He's got one of the fastest rhythms on the Baysox. The 1-1. Breaking ball, pieced foul. It was down and in, and he barely just got a little nick of it. But it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes here and gives Denoyer a big chance to get out of it quickly. Right-hander works on the first base side of the rubber. Takes a half step forward, stomps his foot once, and fires home. A check swing on a pitch in. They appeal. He didn't go around. So the count evens at 2. Denoyer coming off of 2 appearances in the Altoona series. He's one of the main long relief guys to follow Drew Rahm since his call-up from High A Aberdeen. The 2-2. This is away. A slider runs the count full. So all 3 will get a head start here with a full count and 2 outs. The payoff popped up. Third base side foul. That one will get out. And we'll do it again. And Denoyer has all those quick little tips and taps with his feet. Just rocks back and forth ever so slightly, but as soon as he comes set, he fluidly moves right into his motion out of the stretch. Helps him move fast and throws off the timing of opposing batters. But he waits now, has the sign, and time is called just as he comes set. Couldn't have been a moment sooner either, because of how quickly Denoyer goes from the set to the delivery. He sets here, takes those 2 little half steps, and sends. The 3-2 is grounded over to first, but foul. To the right side of the bag by probably about 2 feet. We'll do it once more as this plate appearance drags on into an 8th pitch. They take off. Another 3-2 is fouled off. Fastball hit the outside edge. Alou was looking for something maybe a little bit lower, but it keeps the count full. That shade is pushed across the entire batting circle and now has started to stretch into fair territory in front of home plate. Denoyer sends home another 3-2, and it's fouled off right side. We're not done yet here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bowie trails 1-0. Drew Rahm trying to finish his day without allowing an earned run, but it all depends on how Denoyer does here. This is the first time all season he's inherited any runners since joining the Baysox. Another 3-2, swing and a miss, he got him. Went with a fastball way outside, and Denoyer strands the bases loaded. We're on to the 5th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. The Baysox trail just 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org, and let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey, coffee lovers! Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Fifth inning here at F&B Field in Harrisburg as Bowie trails 1-0. Jake Irvin still on the mound and fires a first pitch strike to Andrew Dashbach. A curveball hits high. It's 0-1. Matt Sabat is with you on a very lovely Saturday evening here in Pennsylvania's capital. As the next pitch to Dashbach is swung on and missed high, a fastball. It's quickly 0-2. Dashbach, Cespedes, Graffinino due up in this half inning for Bowie. Dashbach struck out swinging on a 2-2 offering back in the second inning. But Irvin is working well. Only needed 10 pitches for a perfect fourth. Fires the 0-2 here, but it misses down and in on a well-placed curveball. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. A good two-plane movement on that curveball for Irvin. Scouts really liked it coming into his draft year. As he sends home the 1-2 and Dashbach fouls it off. Pulled in on the curveball and the count holds. At a guy like Irvin's age, 25 years old, you could tell he probably was already outpacing a lot of the batters in high A when they even started him there. So I'm surprised that they even left him there for as long as they did. But it's one of the things that Bowie has definitely run into a lot this season. Pitchers older than them. Next pitch. Dashbach watches fastball miss up and away. Count goes even at 2. Gunnar Henderson was an outlier of that. He's yet to face a player, or a pitcher more specifically, he's yet to face a pitcher younger than him all year. And obviously now that he's in AAA, he probably won't. Here's the 2-2. This one driven high and deep out to right field. Cunnell running back a long way. He has just enough room. Steps over to his left and makes the catch at the wall. That one's out of here at Prince George's Stadium. 329 feet away from home plate. A deep fly out to right for Andrew Dashbach. Remember, it's only 325 feet up the line to right field. Probably only needed about 2 more. But Christopher Cespedes will step in. First pitch, he crushes it out toward right field. This one deep still, but Connell looks to have it squared. He steps over to his left a little bit after backing up 5 feet and makes the catch again. Cespedes was trying to do it just like Dashbach had, but didn't have enough underneath. And there's quickly 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's A.J. Graffinino. First pitch. Left-hander watches fastball high, called for strike. It's 0-1. Yeah, Bowie has had a lot of tough times facing a lot of these pitchers older than them. That physical maturity does have an impact, especially at these levels. As the next pitch to Graffinino misses wide a fastball. Count runs even at 1. Bowie, as the fourth youngest roster in the entire Eastern League, combined their average age of all players that have appeared this season, about 23.8 years old. Next pitch to Graffinino, curveball misses away, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Akron, Altoona, and New Hampshire are the only younger teams, and Harrisburg has one of the oldest rosters in the league, about 25 and a half years old. Here's the 2-1. Graffinino watches the curveball miss again away. Irvin has just been slowly pushing it closer and closer to the outside edge of the zone to the left-hander, but can't get him to chase and couldn't get the call, especially on that last one. We'll see if he goes with a fastball now that it's 3-1. Pitch home. It was the fastball, and it's popped up left side of the infield. Shading his eyes from the sun, Gilbert Lara, and he sees it, makes the catch up at the shoulder. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for Jake Irvin. We're halfway home here at FNB Field. Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
We'll get your red capes ready and your iron suits too, because it's Superhero Day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 31st. You can meet your favorite costumed hero, and the first 750 fans ages 13 and up will pick up a Grayson Rodriguez Superman bobblehead for their own. Not only that, but it'll also be Heroes Day at the ballpark, honoring police, fire, and EMS with a Guns N' Hoses charity softball game. And the Baysox will wear custom Heroes jerseys, auctioned off post-game to benefit the Children's Cancer Foundation. Sunday, July 31st, so get your tickets at Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's RADSmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
I'm really glad you're with us this evening as the Bowie Baysox continue on with their 7-game series with the Harrisburg Senators. Matt Sabatis from FNB Field on City Island here in the Susquehanna River in downtown Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, capital of the state here in the Northeast. Just keep going further and further up. I can also add them in the United States, in North America, on the planet Earth, in the solar system, but, you know. You can tell it's been a fun day. Noah Denoyer continues on the mound for Bowie, and he faces off against Wilson Garcia to start. Switch hitter batting lefty for the first time today. Watches a fastball miss low. 1-0 to open up. Next pitch, Garcia backs off on a breaking ball inside. Call it for ball 2. 0 for 2 day for Garcia, but again, his plate appearance in the first inning really changed the trajectory of Drew Rom's day on the mound. Next offering, swung on and missed on a low changeup. Count goes to 2-1. Because after Garcia grounded to third base on the second pitch of the inning, he should have been put out 5-3 to end the frame. He grounds it over toward the middle here. Joey Ortiz dives for it, but it's passed into center, a base hit. Garcia continues to hammer Bowie pitching. He's already hitting .371 against the Baysox this season. He's now got hits in 4 consecutive games, all in this series. Here's Alfredo Rodriguez. Double play in effect. Rodriguez is a big candidate for that early on. Just in his 10 games with Harrisburg this season, he grounds out about 4 times as often as he flies out. First pitch called strike on a fastball up and in. Count opens up at 0-1. To finish that note on Garcia, it was an error on his ground ball in the first that should have ended the inning, and Drew Rom eventually needed to throw 17 more pitches in that frame to finally escape. Next pitch called a strike on a slider away, and it's 0-2 already. Rodriguez drove in that unearned run with a single. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 3 pitches and a quick strikeout for Noah Denoyer. It's his second of the day, 7th overall for Baysox pitching. Such a critical start for Denoyer. to come in the middle of an inning for the first time this season with Bowie. He's always come in to start an inning as the long reliever. But he came in with the bases loaded and 2 outs and picked up the strikeout. Faces off against Justin Connell here, and the first pitch home misses high, a breaking ball, 1-0. Connell 0 for 1 on the day, walked in the first inning, grounded out to the pitcher back in the third, the 1-0. Still misses a bit high, a little closer, but still not there. Count goes to 2-0. Boy, the day is just getting clearer and clearer as we've passed on, and I love everything about that. As this one has zipped by with Bowie trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. Next pitch inside. I think Connell may have sold that fastball in a little bit more than he needed to, but it was close. Does run the count to 3-0. Yeah, he spun out hard from the box and meandered around before getting back in. Here's the 3-0. Fastball right down Broadway. Got to expect that. Runs the count to 3-1. Garcia at first, 1 away, the 3-1. Called a strike late on an upper inside slider. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's gonna get some response from the crowd because Connell had stopped, waited a beat, tossed his bat, and started walking up the line before the home plate umpire actually gave the ring. It runs the count full. It was on the strike zone. At least you can admit that, but call it faster. The payoff. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with a low changeup, and Denoyer really used that delay to his benefit after sitting Connell high for most of the plate appearance. Ooh, that was a very iffy little scenario there, especially if you're Justin Connell. Got a feel for him sometimes. But it's 2 quick strikeouts for Denoyer, and now Drew Millis, switch hitter batting lefty for the first time today, fouls off the first pitch. Hit over to the left side and out of play, and it's 0-1. And we've seen this a lot from Denoyer, too, this season. Again, just his 6th appearance with the Baysox, so getting a good handle on the way he operates on the mound. It'll take him a little bit to get into that rhythm, but then once he is, he's cruising. Next pitch is swung on and missed low for a strike. It's 0-2. Because in a lot of ways, I see Ryan Watson type efficiency and precision in Noah Denoyer, but Denoyer just works so much faster. The 0-2, check swing pitch in the dirt, kept in front by Cody Roberts. They do ask for an appeal, but it's called a ball, and that's the right call. You just have to ask for an appeal on a 2-strike pitch like that, because if it is granted, then it would be a drop third strike, and the batter is open to go for first base. Here's the 1-2. Line foul left side. That one might get into the river. Well, the way this ballpark is situated, I think the closest path to the river is to the left side in foul ground. Haven't paid enough attention to it really while we're here. More focused on the game. Another 1-2. Fastball misses up and away. Count goes even to a ball and a strike. But as I was saying on Denoyer briefly, it takes him maybe a couple of batters to get into that rhythm. But then once he's into it, it's so hard for batters to keep up with him because he's coming off of such a strong performance as he fires the next pitch in low. Changeup bounces to run the count full on Millis. So Garcia at first base will get a head start. But Denoyer tossed 5 scoreless innings, faced 1 over the minimum in the 5 innings against Altoona. It was a lowly single. He struck out 7 batters. There goes Garcia, the 3-2. Late swing and popped foul, or bounced foul more specifically, over to the left side. So we'll do it again. Garcia not a speedy character. He doesn't take a big lead off of first. J.D. Mundy doesn't have to hold him on now with the full count. As another 3-2 comes in, and it's checked on. They appeal. He didn't go around on a high changeup. See, that's where the 2 field umpires come into play. The Baysox are going to jeer at Kevin Manzik on this one, and they're rightfully they're within their right on this. That's a walk to Millis, but really he should have been rung up on that hard check swing. As I was saying, this is where only two base umpires is such a big detriment for these kinds of calls, because the third base umpire has to be at second base because a runner can be there. Here's KJ Harrison. First pitch to him misses low, a fastball. Count opens up at 1-0. Because really the only umpire that can make a good determination on a check swing like that is an umpire directly at third base. And there isn't one there. You can't get a good read on a check swing when you're by second base. Next pitch, swung on and missed, down and away. And the count goes even, and a ball and a strike. And I understand the way the umpiring system kind of works between each level, how Major League usually has at least 5 umpires, as the next offering is a changeup right down Broadway for a called strike. It's 1-2. AAA has 4 umpires, a home plate, and then 1 for each base. And then AA has 3, and the 2 single A levels only have 2. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Home plate umpire doesn't even go for the appeal, as DeNoyer looks back at the third base umpire and expresses still a little frustration before walking back to the dugout. So he got the strikeout one batter later than he probably should have, but it's a 3-strikeout inning for Noah DeNoyer. It sends us on to the 6th. Bowie trails 1-0 here at FNB Field. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Only 2 chances to catch fireworks in June on the 17th and 18th against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Already moving on to the 6th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg, as Bowie still trails just 1-0. 8 total hits in this game, 3 for Bowie, 5 for the Senators, as Harrisburg dips into the bullpen for the first time today. Again, a little bit earlier than I might have anticipated. Second straight day that the Harrisburg starter has blanked the Baysox. Luis Reyes fired 6 one-hit innings yesterday on 74 pitches. Jake Irvin today, 5 innings of 3-hit ball on 71 pitches. 4 strikeouts, no walks. Faced the lineup twice through exactly, and now as it goes back to the top, Cesar Prieto will lead off against right-hander Edgar Garcia. First pitch. Fastball misses away, and the count starts out at 1-0. Prieto 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out to second base in the first, flew out to deep right center in the third. Next pitch home from Garcia is called a strike, and a changeup hits middle. Edgar Garcia, a 6'1", 205-pound, 25-year-old right-hander from Palenque, Dominican. Minor league free agent picked up in April of this season. Next pitch to Prieto, popped up, shallow left. Alou sprinting for it, and he gets there. Had to run probably about 70, 80 feet. Made the catch only about 3 to 5 feet to the left side, or to the right side of the line, rather. Prieto has been pushing it to all parts of the ballpark and just can't come up with a hit. Now here's Joey Ortiz. Ortiz had the 2-out triple in the third inning, but got left there. First pitch. That one comes up and in at the chin. Changeup starts the count out at 1-0. Garcia on the season. Just his third appearance. No record. Has not allowed an earned run yet in 2 innings. Next pitch. Called a strike. Changeup hits the bottom edge. Count evens at 1. He appeared earlier in this series. Back on Wednesday. Tossed a scoreless inning of relief as he fires the next to Ortiz, and it misses down and away. Slider runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, Garcia came in for the 6th inning after Bowie had cracked through a 1-1 game to take a 4-1 lead against Franklin Quilame. Next pitch, Garcia fires a strike, called on a fastball lower outside corner. Count evens at 2. While it was a scoreless inning for Garcia, he did allow 2 inherited runners to score on a sacrifice fly and an RBI single before getting 2 more flyouts to keep his own line clean. The 2-2. Ortiz smokes it foul, first base side. Count stays. But again, he was only recently signed by the Nationals, so it took him a little bit to get reset, settle back in. But he does have Major League experience. He used to be in the Phillies. And also worked with the Minnesota Twins for a year. Next pitch to Ortiz, popped up towards shallow right field. Second baseman Clough running on it and makes the call and the catch while having to slightly hurdle his sliding right fielder. That was almost a carbon copy pop of Alfredo Rodriguez's RBI single in the first inning. But Jackson Clough just had longer legs than Cesar Prieto did in that inning. Like he might have gotten a better jump on it, too, to run it down. But again, Ortiz, boy, is he just coming up. Both him and Prieto right now, they're just hitting it to really tough-to-reach spots, and the defenders are just getting there. Here's Adam Hall. First pitch, a swing and a miss on a breaking ball low. It's 0-1. Baysox trail 1-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. 8 total hits in this game. Bowie has 3 of them, and 2 of them are extra base hits, but they've still not been able to score. Here's the 0-1. That one bounces in a fastball. Runs the count even in a ball and a strike. Hall 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to straightaway center field in the first. Struck out swinging back in the third. Here's the 1-1. This one, a line drive shot, but foul, right side. Runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now on Hall. Got to imagine it's just another quick inning for Garcia. Who comes after him? Well, that's hard to tell. Bowie just operates their bullpen and their pitching staff so unique compared to the rest of the league at this point. A lot of teams have done it in the past with routine quote-unquote tandems where you can see the same long reliever after the same starter pretty much every turn. But Bowie's one of the only teams in the league doing it this year. The 1-2 to Hall bounces in. The count goes even at 2. I've already seen it plenty of times in my career. Worked with the team that did it in 2019. But it's just such a rarity in this league. The 2-2. Ground ball slowly punched over toward third. A high bouncing grab by Gilbert Lara. And he gets it over to first in time. 5-3 putout ends the inning as the Baysox go down in order for the 3rd consecutive frame. They've been set down 10 in a row since Ortiz's 2-out triple in the 3rd inning. Bottom of the 6th coming up at FNB Field as Bowie trails 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Not necessarily a fast-moving game, as we already are past the 90-minute mark and still only in the 6th, but it feels like a game that's only 1-0 has seen at least a decent amount of action. Really only 2 long stretches all day, one in the first, one in the fourth, when Bowie had to dance around a couple of dangers. But still, it's 1-0, and Bowie isn't having much of a problem. First pitch home to Gilbert Lara is grounded foul right side, and the count opens up at 0-1. Really, the only problem that Bowie has right now is that they're trailing 1-0. 0-1 to start on Lara, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, flew out to left field back in the 4th. They play him straight up on the infield. Little bit on the other side to the outfield as he lifts this next one out toward shallow left center. Zach Watson running in and makes the catch mid-stride. That's the first time Watson has actually gotten a play in all game. It is. So an easy breezy time for him so far here in his first game back from a decent IL stint. I bet you he's been wanting more, though. You could tell when he was just walking around the dugout earlier today, because he's been with the team this whole time, that he was just so anxious to be back in the lineup. Here's Jackson Clough, and the first pitch to him bounces in. Count opens up at 0-1. One other batter that's been absent for a couple of days, Hudson Haskin. I believe he took batting practice today. He's just been day-to-day, as the next offering is called strike on a fastball upper inside corner to the left-hander Clough, 0-2. Clough 1 for 2 on the day, single to right field in the 4th, popped out to the second baseman in the 1st, and lifts this one out toward right field. Here in the 6th, coming down, Christopher Cespedes makes the catch after a long hanging fly. That one didn't actually get too deep. And there's already 2 gone. Yeah, again, the only thing that I can tell you about Hudson Haskin, because information is very tightly concealed, is tightness. That's all I was told. Just something tightness. It's kept him out of the lineup for a couple of days, but he's not taking an injured list stay, I can tell you that much. That is still an assumption, but the fact that it hasn't happened yet makes me assume it won't happen. As the first pitch to Jack Dunn misses away for a ball. Next offering, changeup called a strike on the bottom edge, and it's 1-1. But he was out doing long toss today. Looks like he'll be getting back into some more routine cage work as Dunn pops a pitch foul right side. Count goes to 1-2. Hopefully that'll be a good return for Bowie as well, as they need that depth with Haskin. Here's the 1-2. Slider misses down and away, and it goes even at 2. Because again, Bowie lost Dylan Harris and Patrick Dorian earlier today. Dorian had only been back for 1 game. Had to go back up to AAA after Ramon Urias had hit the injured list, as the next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. High fastball from Noah Denoyer, and he retires the side here in the 6th. A clean inning for Noah sends us to the 7th. Bowie trails 1-0 here at FNB Field. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, You need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Well, it's a special Baysox Live happy hour on Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium. Along with the usual live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30, it's also Margaritaville night out at the ballpark. Get your flip-flops, salt shakers, and Hawaiian t-shirts ready to celebrate cruise culture with Margaritaville night, sponsored by Bud Light. That's Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Hey fans, if you're looking ahead to something over the coming months, look out for Friday, August 26th. And the Grateful Dead night comes to Prince George's Stadium, part of a back-to-back fireworks weekend. Friday the 26th, it'll be a great tribute to the legendary band with Grateful Dead music, videos, and more, and a t-shirt package. You got to order online, though, so be sure to head to Baysox.com to find out more about Grateful Dead night. We're on to the 7th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg, and the first pitch home to J.D. Mundy is a called strike on a fastball that sits middle of the plate. 0-1 to open as Edgar Garcia is back out for a second inning of relief. Here's the next. Check swing, changeup misses down, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Bowie down 1-0 here. They've collected 3 hits, including a double and a triple, but still haven't done anything with those 3 hits. As Garcia fires home the next to Mundy, it misses in, gets up a little bit of dirt as well as the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. It's the left-hander Mundy, then Cody Roberts and Zach Watson due up in this half inning for Bowie. Mundy 0 for 2, he's grounded out to the second baseman both times. Here's the 2-1. Mundy pops it foul left side out of play, count goes even. I think it hit off of a light pole. We're getting at that point in the day where the shadows are starting to maybe become an inconvenience for the pitcher alone as they stretch across the mound with some streaks of sunlight mixed in. You can see them just kind of push their way across Edgar Garcia slightly. Another 2-2 by Mundy is lifted out toward deep right field. Connell running back a long way. He runs out of room. He leaps, and it is gone. J.D. Mundy says goodbye. A game-tying solo home run here in the top of the 7th. A 1-1 game. Mundy's 3rd home run of the season, 103 miles an hour on the bat, 353 feet away from home plate. His 14th RBI comes up in a big way here in the 7th. Some more late-inning home runs for Bowie. 2nd straight night that they've picked up a home run after the 5th. Christopher Cespedes had the solo home run in the 8th inning yesterday. Here's Cody Roberts, first pitch. Called a strike on a middle fastball. It's 0-1. Mundy's now got hits in 2 of his last 3 games for Bowie. That's his first home run here in June. Here's the 0-1. Skips in. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Again, that's the first run allowed by Edgar Garcia. Again, just his 3rd appearance with Harrisburg, but of a guy with major league experience, that's a pretty good accomplishment. Here's the 1-1. Again skips in. Some of these breaking pitches really coming in a little bit too low from Garcia. Bases empty, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning, a 1-1 game. Here's the 2-1. Roberts bounces it to 3rd. Scooped up between the legs by Lara and sent to first cleanly. 5-3 put out, and that's the first out here in the 7th inning. As Zach Watson digs in. Well, the Baysox only have 4 hits today, and as a team, they've hit for the cycle. That's it. The double by Roberts in the 2nd inning, the single by Zach Watson that followed it. The 2-out triple by Joey Ortiz in the 3rd, and then after 10 consecutive batters were retired from that triple, J.D. Mundy, a leadoff home run here in the 7th. Here's Watson, first pitch, he swings through a breaking ball low. Count opens up at 0-1. Watson 1 for 2 on the day with his previously mentioned single. He struck out swinging to end the 4th inning. As a right-hander gets up and tosses in the Harrisburg bullpen. The 0-1. Called a strike. Fastball hits the outside edge. And the count goes to 0-2 on Watson. Two sides back at it again tomorrow for a 1 o'clock first pitch. It's going to be the first day game for Bowie this month. Here's the 0-2. That one bounces in and gets away. Runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. Yeah, because Bowie had the 6 o'clock Sunday game against Altoona. I got a late pushback on that start time, but it wasn't the worst thing considering Bowie still had to continue their road trip. And it was for a good cause. Altoona had turned that game into their game of hope to honor cancer survivors. The 1-2 to Watson, popped up right side but foul. This one gets out of play and the count holds. Last time Bowie played a day game, they actually did pretty well too. That was the 13-2 winner over Erie to close out that 6-game series on a high note. After Bowie had lost 6 consecutive games, they finished with 2 wins there. Another 1-2 to Watson. Check swing, pitch in the dirt. They appeal. He didn't go around. So the count goes even at 2. Yeah, Garcia really stretching himself now. He's at 28 pitches. And again, this just his 3rd outing after not pitching with any affiliated team through April and through most of May. Can't imagine he has too much left in him right now. The 2-2, grounded foul. Rolls over to the third base side and slowly bounces in toward left field. Holds the count even at 2 on Watson. His next pitch will be the 7th of the plate appearance. Watson started behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Swung at the first, watched the second. But since then, 2 balls and 2 fouls. Another 2-2. This one grounded over towards short, backhanded at the knee by Alfredo Rodriguez. Sent to first, it's low, but dug out on one hop by KJ Harrison. And that's the second out of the inning. Watson sent down 6-3. Now on to Andrew Dashbach. Looked to be another new arrival warming up in the bullpen for Harrisburg. Curtis Taylor was tossing for the Sens. He's only appeared in 1 game. First pitch to Dashbach, right-hander, flinches on a low fastball, and it's called for ball. Dashbach is one of the taller offensive players for Bowie, so I can see that going in, but on the readout, looked like it could have been there. Here's the 1-0. That one's down and away, an easy ball, 2-0. Leadoff home run by J.D. Mundy here in the 7th inning. Gets Bowie back in as it's a 1-1 game. But the Baysox really hoping to take a lead as the next pitch is fouled off toward the Baysox dugout. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Andrew Dashbach. Bowie has not led since Cesar Prieto hit the solo home run in the 1st inning of Thursday's game. And that lead was short-lived, because Jack Dunn hit a leadoff home run in the bottom of the 1st. Harrisburg took the lead in that same frame, and they never trailed from there. Next pitch, down and away, and it's 3 balls and a strike on Dashbach. Garcia sets and fires the 3-1. It's called a strike. Slider on the lower outside corner, and it runs full here with bases empty and 2 outs. Dashbach has done some of his best work this season on full counts, but he's never collected a hit. Here's the 3-2. High ball 4. That's where he does a lot of his great work. He'll either foul off a ton of pitches before sometimes a productive out and usually a walk. Here he draws the walk. First one given up by Garcia. That's the first all day from Harrisburg pitching, and it's going to lead to a mound visit. I was looking at some of the numbers, and it reminds me right now something that we'll have to keep an eye on as the season just kind of progresses with Andrew Dashbach in those full counts. He has, I believe it's top 5, either top 10 or top 5, the most plate appearances in the Eastern League to go to a full count. So he's seen a full count somewhere around 40-something times already this season. And he is the only one that has not gotten a base hit on a full count all year. All year. It's an anomaly at this point, and it's very interesting. So now every time he gets to a full count, that was his first one today, I'm always just intently watching on that one. And he got to a full count so often in the first month, 2 months of the season. But it's definitely taken a bit of a decline. But now he's still usually good for one a game. That's just what's always so fun about Andrew Dashbach. His numbers are just always fun to watch, and I'm a big numbers guy if you followed along this season. Here's Christopher Cespedes, first pitch grounded to short. Picked on one hop by Alfredo Rodriguez and underhanded the short way to second to end the inning. 6-4 Choice, and the Baysox do get on the board. Game-tying solo blast by J.D. Mundy to open the frame. And as we stretch here at F&B Field in Harrisburg, Bowie and Harrisburg are tied at 1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Home half of the 7th inning here at F&B Field in Harrisburg, as Bowie and Harrisburg are now tied at 1. A game-tying solo home run to open up the 7th by J.D. Mundy, his 3rd of the season. Takes Drew Rom off the hook now after Rom only allowed one unearned run in 3 2/3 innings, and it hands things off to Noah Denoyer to try and keep this game tied. First pitch home to Jake Alou is fouled off right side. It's from Denoyer. Getting some names crossed up here as we've got to wait for just a moment. Someone running back toward the Harrisburg bullpen. One of the coaching staff, not sure specifically. It looks like Oscar Salazar, the development coach. Or is there a gate that was not closed? Yeah, Salazar is the first base coach in game, so now he's back. We'll wait on the 0-1 offering to Alou, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Next pitch. Left-hander takes a half-hearted swing at a high changeup, comes up completely empty, and the count's already at 0-2. Denoyer sends home the next, and it's fouled off left side. Count holds. Here's that quick rhythm from Denoyer. He can really mix and match his pacing between his come set and his delivery. First inning, first trip through the order, it was fairly traditional, but now, as soon as he comes set, he kicks and fires, and it's fouled off again. When he comes set, a lot of times he'll take probably about one half step, maybe a second half step, just kind of a pick up and drop down of that foot very briefly, less than 6 inches off the ground, probably 3 at best. But here he does it once and immediately fires. Curveball misses high. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes here on Alou. Grounded out to short in the first, struck out twice, once in the second, once in the fourth. He was the first batter that Denoyer faced. Next pitch is a breaking ball crushed out toward deep right center field. This one's trouble, but Watson sees it, and he receives it in deep right center, just in front of the warning track. Little bit too far under. And Denoyer off to a good start here in the 7th. Orioles put together a pretty good day out at Kaufman this afternoon. Took down Kansas City 5-3, I think the final was. It was a come-from-behind win. Tyler Nevin had a 3-run home run. Adley Rutschman had a 3-hit day, his first as a major leaguer. That's a good team win, a promising win. First pitch to Wilson Garcia is swung on and missed high. It's 0-1. Denoyer already offering the second, and it's whiffed at again. This time the breaking ball down and away. Already 0-2. See, when Denoyer's on the mound, I get even less time to talk about even the slightest thing here and there. He works so quickly. The only holdup here was the umpire. He's ready and fires the 0-2. It's grounded foul right side. Garcia will step back in for another. He scored the only run for Harrisburg back in the first inning. It was an unearned run after he reached on an error at third base, moved to second on a wild pitch, and scored on a single. All of it coming with 2 outs. Another 0-2. Swing and a miss on a pitch 4 feet in front of home plate. Cody Roberts gloves it and lofts it over to first base. Garcia, not a sprinter, up the line. 6th strikeout for Noah Denoyer. 11 on the day, for Baysox pitching. And since he walked Drew Millis with 2 outs in the 5th inning, he's retired 6 in a row. Here's Alfredo Rodriguez. First pitch, right-hander, fouls it off. Over to the netting right side. 0-1 to open. Rodriguez drove in that unearned run against Rahm back in the first. A Texas League single, just a bloop up the right field line. Next pitch, swing and a miss, high fastball, and it's 0-2. So let's try and walk through how quick Denoyer is. He foots the rubber here, waits for the batter, comes set, takes 1/2 step forward, kicks and fires. It's inside a fastball. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. I remember his Double-A debut against Reading. Just about every single one of his pitches was thrown within 4 seconds on the pitch clock. This one within 5 as another 1-2 is popped foul right side. We'll do it once more. So let's run it around. He brushes a little bit of dirt onto the rubber. Waits for the umpire and the batter to reset after the foul. Now foots the rubber, holds ball in hand against the right thigh, comes set, 1/2 step in front, kicks and sends home, and the pitch is popped foul again right side, out of play. Rodriguez continues to stay alive as that one touches down on the picnic level here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. But he moves so fast, I don't even have time to really describe some of these little movements. They're just so quick and fluid. Another 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Waved on a breaking ball down and away. Another 7 strikeouts for Noah Denoyer. He struck out 14 batters over his last 8 in the 3rd innings. We're on to the 8th here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Bowie and Harrisburg are tied at 1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Hey fans, Pest Now is a proud partner of the Baysox, and they provide pest control services for Prince George's Stadium. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, give them a call at 301-231-8300 or visit them online at pestnow.com. Bowie and Harrisburg are tied at 1 as we move on to the 8th inning here at FNB Field. The Baysox send A.J. Graffinino to the plate to start the frame as Harrisburg brings Curtis Taylor out of the bullpen. Right-hander for his second appearance with the Senators fires the first pitch home, and it's popped foul behind home plate. Millis sheds the mask, but only just trots out from behind the dish. Doesn't go too far. So it was 2 innings of work for Edgar Garcia. He's charged with a blown save, his first. After giving up 1 hit and 1 run, it was earned. Didn't strike anyone out, walked 1. The run was a solo home run. Next pitch to Graffinino misses high, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. After Graffinino, it's Cesar Prieto, and then back to Joey Ortiz. 9-1-2 in this frame as Graffinino swings through a low breaking ball, runs the count to 1-2. 0 for 2 day for Graffinino. Grounded out to first in the third, popped out to third in the 5th. They play him a little bit to pull, the left-hander. As the 1-2 comes in from the tall Taylor, and it's fouled off back to the screen, count holds. Curtis Taylor, a 6'6", 235-pound, 26-year-old right-hander from Port Coquitlam in British Columbia, Canada. Rule 5 draft selection from the Toronto organization back in 2021. So this most recent Rule 5 draft. It's the same one Nolan Hoffman got picked up from on the Bowie IL right now. Next pitch to Graffinino bounces in. Count runs even at 2. At this point, with the way that Denoyer is pitching, Bowie might just need to get up 1 quick run, and they can run from there. 2-2 to Graffinino. Swinging a line drive out towards shallow center, but on the nose to Jack Dunn. 1 away. Back to the top of the lineup in Cesar Prieto. It looks like Noah Denoyer might be done, though. 3 1/3 innings of work. He'd allowed 1 hit and 1 walk so far, but Bowie does have right-hander up and moving in their bullpen. That's Jensen Elliott. Left-hander Prieto digs in. 0 for 3 day. First pitch in. He squares and bunts it up the line, third base side. This should be an easy one. Barehanded by the pitcher and sent to first. It's late. In the way that Taylor descends off the mound, it takes his body heavily toward first base. So he had to make a hard pivot to try and field that one. And admittedly, he made it a close get, but still just not close enough against the speedy Cesar Prieto. That's his second bunt single this season. Breaks him out of a small hitless skid, going 0 for yesterday, but he's now got hits in 2 of his last 3 games. And he represents a go-ahead run now with Joey Ortiz up to bat. Prieto's not attempted a stolen base yet with Bowie this season. As the first pitch comes in, it's high. Fastball runs the count to 1-0 to start. Prieto with High A Aberdeen earlier this year did pick up 3 steals in 4 attempts. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses away, and the count goes to 2-0. Taylor making just his second appearance with the Senators right now after opening the year with AAA Rochester, but started on the injured list, got sent on a rehab assignment to High A Wilmington, but then got moved to Harrisburg after being relieved from that rehab assignment. And now Prieto is asking for time over at first base. Does he have another nosebleed? Had this happen back in Altoona last week when Bowie was in the field. But he looks like he's okay, and he gets back to taking his lead off of the bag. But it's a 2-0 count on Ortiz right now. Here's the next. Fouled off back to the screen, and the count goes to 2-1. Yeah, Taylor made his first appearance of the season with Harrisburg earlier in this series. He came in the doubleheader game that was technically played with Bowie as the home team. He tossed 2 scoreless innings, 2 perfect innings, with a pair of strikeouts, a flyout, a lineout, and 2 groundouts. Here's the 2-1. Ortiz pulls back on a changeup low, runs the count to 3 balls and a strike. Outfield is understandably playing a little deeper on Ortiz after his triple back in the 3rd inning. Skied over the head of center fielder Jack Dunn, but Ortiz was stranded at 3rd in that same frame. He hit it with 2 outs. Here's the 3-1. Ortiz pops it up right side of the infield, now to foul ground. Harrison tracking it and makes the catch on the warning track. That's the 2nd out of the inning. And now turns to Adam Hall. Hall 0 for 3 on the day. Grounded out to 3rd his last time up. Pickoff throw to 1st, no tag. Looks like Harrisburg is already getting a pitcher loose in the bullpen. Not throwing, but somebody up and shuffling back and forth to get their body ready. Waiting on the first pitch to Adam Hall. Finally on its way. It swung on and missed. Tried to stop when a changeup came low and away, but he couldn't. Count starts out at 0-1. Hall flew out to center field in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss on a high fastball. That's a great pitch sequence there to start for Curtis Taylor after you got him chasing on the first pitch halfway, and you sent it so low. You pump the high heat, and that's an easy swinging strike. It's what a lot of Bowie pitchers try to do. And now it has Hall deep in the hole. See if Prieto takes off. He stays put. The 0-2 is high. Fastball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. The fact that Prieto hasn't attempted a steal yet over these 2 plate appearances, I imagine he won't get a jump unless the count runs full. One-two pitch. Hall watches it bounce in. Prieto takes a secondary lead, but scoots back as the count runs even at 2. Now the sun finally starting to set a little bit. You can see some of that bright sunlight from the setting sky behind us out on the left field wall. Field of play is mostly in shadow though now. As Curtis Taylor sets, 6'6" right-hander, delivers the 2-2. It's high, ball 3. So he got him to chase on that first high fastball, but now he's been pumping them higher and higher to try and get him with even less of an opportunity to hit it. Not the best placement, and Hall's been able to lay off on all 3. So now Prieto will get the jump. And a gap hit here could give Bowie the lead. The payoff. High ball 4. Another check swing on a changeup this time. And Hall is glad to take the free base because it puts Cesar Prieto at second. Now you don't even need a gap base hit. A regular base hit for J.D. Mundy would give Bowie the lead. But right now it's going to be a mound visit from pitching coach Justin Lord. Fans on the Green Incorporated is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs. They provide guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. They can turn your sandlot into something lush, resembling the beautiful greens at Prince George's Stadium. Mention that you heard this on the Baysox broadcast, and you'll receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. So enjoy the outdoors this summer. We're still just getting started here with the summer months. Go to onthegreeninc.com or give them a call at 410-695-0444. 1-1 game here in the top of the 8th inning. Cesar Prieto laying down a 1-out bunt single after a pop out by Joey Ortiz in foul territory. Adam Hall drew a walk on a full count. And now it's first and second with 2 away for J.D. Mundy. A 1-1 game as the first pitch comes in and Mundy swings through it. Change up, down, and away, and it's 0-1 to start. Mundy's solo home run back in the 7th inning. Was his first since April. As the next pitch misses down just barely, a changeup. Runs the count even to a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball up and in, and it's 1-2. Again, you don't need the big fly here. Base hit gets the job done. Cesar Prieto has enough speed. He's not the fastest on the team. But if it's placed well enough, he can score. And if you do get that gap hit, Adam Hall is the fastest on the team, and he can score from first. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. 96-mile-an-hour heater up and away, and Mundy's down on 4 pitches. First strikeout for Curtis Taylor ends the Bowie threat. We're on to the bottom of the 8th here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. A 1-1 game. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg, as Bowie and Harrisburg are still tied at 1. Baysox make one more pitching change, what should be the last one this evening, as Jensen Elliott takes over for the Baysox. Noah Denoyer calls it a day, another fantastic relief outing for the right-hander. Denoyer fired 3 1/3 scoreless innings, allowed just 1 hit, 1 walk, and struck out 7. Over his last 8 1/3 innings, Noah Denoyer has struck out 14 batters and allowed just 2 hits and no runs. As Elliott takes over, he faces off against Justin Connell. Connell squared and looked to try and run a bunt up the line, but he pulled back as the pitch missed well down and away. It's 1-0 to start on Connell, who's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Next pitch, no square. Curveball misses away, and the count goes to 2-0. Jensen Elliott, a 6'6", 231-pound right-hander, 19th round draft selection in 2019 from Oklahoma State, fires the 2-0, and it's on the lower outside corner of the zone for a called strike, 2-1. Connell walked in the first, grounded out to the mound in the third, and struck out swinging in the fifth. Right-hander Elliott fires the 2-1, and it's poked over to the right side, backhanded by the first baseman Mundy, underhands to the pitcher covering. It was a little behind Elliott, but he grabs it and makes sure to tap on the bag. 3-1 put out, just converted, and there's one quick out here to start the 8th. Drew Millis, switch hitter, will bat lefty again. Second time he's into the box as a lefty today. First pitch. Bounced foul, first base side. I think it hit off of the batter. It was rolling up the line fair, but the home plate umpire was holding his hands up the entire time. So count opens up at 0-1. Millis walked in his only plate appearance as a lefty today. Ran the count full with 2 outs against Noah Denoyer and really benefited from, admittedly, a missed check swing call. Next pitch, swung on and missed on a breaking ball low. Count to 0-2. Denoyer was very frustrated at the call, and fortunately for him, rebounded to quickly strike out the next batter and strand Millis at first. 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 8th inning at FNB Field in Harrisburg as the 0-2 pitch is high, a fastball. Cody Roberts really had to stretch out for that one, but no one's on base, so it doesn't matter too much. 1-2. And so far, Millis only 2 for 15 in this series. As the 1-2 comes in, and it's knuckled in the air toward third. Off of one bounce, it's picked by Graffinino at the forehead, and he can't get it to first in time. Well, that wasn't on Graffinino. That's just a base hit. The way it was hit was so high off of the top of the bat, the spin on that ball just held it in the air forever. By the time it finally touched down, Millis was over halfway up the line. That's just an unlucky base hit that Jensen Elliott has to give up there. Millis has hits in back-to-back games now, and KJ Harrison digs in on a 2-hit day. First pitch, breaking ball, the curve, misses down. Count opens up at 1-0. Elliott is coming off of a fantastic outing at the start of this series. Picked up the win in the opener on Tuesday thanks to it was on Wednesday he pitched. This one floated out toward right center field and down for a base hit, picked up by Cespedes. Millis only goes to second and stops there. He was a little slow on the jump, wanting to make sure that it would be a hit, didn't want to get caught up anywhere. But it's back-to-back singles on a 3-hit day for KJ Harrison. Now here's Gilbert Lara. Elliott pitched in game 1 of the doubleheader, picked up the win with 2 scoreless innings in relief of Chris Valamont. Bowie won 4-2. But now he's in danger now with first and second and 1 away. Gilbert Lara steps up and the first pitch fouled off. Over to the screen right side. Count starts out at 0-1. Again, Lara, I say it just about every time, he's a double play candidate. He's come up twice now with runners at first, but he struck out in the second, flew out to left field in the fourth. Next pitch here is grounded foul to the Baysox dugout. It's already 0-2. Lara flew out to center field his last time up. First and second, 1 away. Double play would get Bowie out of the inning. As the 0-2 comes in, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with a hanging curve low. Not the double play, but does set you up for an easy out with a force at any base. First strikeout for Jensen Elliott today. 13th overall for Baysox pitching. And now here's Jackson Clough. Yeah, double plays just aren't really a part of the game for Bowie pitching. Baysox have only turned 36 of them this season. First pitch to the left-hander Clough is swung on and missed down and in. Count opens at 0-1. If you heard a lot of our conversation with Zach Peak earlier today, he talked about how much emphasis is placed on those high fastballs a lot of times from the development staff. And that just runs counterintuitive to trying to pick up double plays. Time called by Cody Roberts behind home plate just as Jensen Elliott had come set. We'll wait on the 0-1 offering to Clough, who's 1 for 3 on the day with a single in the 4th inning. He flew out to right field his last time up. 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 8th. First and second, 2 away. The 1-1 pitch. Pieced foul off of home plate. Runs the count to 1-2. In the top of the 9th, it'll be Cody Roberts, Zach Watson, and Andrew Dashbach due up for Bowie to try and take the lead and avoid even the possibility early on of a walk-off. Of course, it's always going to be on the table, but you want to get it as far away as you can. The 1-2, down and away. Runs the count even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, so when I said time was called on Elliott, or by Cody Roberts, that wasn't the case. It was an automatic ball called against Jensen Elliott. I missed that. That's just one of the quirks. The 2-2 misses high, runs the count full, and Roberts is going to come out and make sure that they're directly on point with this next pitch. Don't want to even hesitate on crossing the signs up with a runner at second base right now, as both runners will get a head start here in a 1-1 game. Yeah, that's just one of the fun quirks with how baseball is right now, especially, not even especially, it's only minor league baseball. But if you're looking down for just maybe a split second, don't catch the clock in the corner of your eye as it elapses. You might miss when an automatic ball is called. As Elliott sets, the next pitch is grounded slowly to the mound. Elliott gloves it, fires, got him. The inning is over, 2 runners left stranded, and we go to the 9th, a 1-1 game here at FNB Field. Bowie will try to take the lead with 5, 6, and 7 due up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Dynamite!
That's right, it's Dynamite Night at Prince George's Stadium on Friday, July 15th. Meet legendary actor and comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker, star of the 1970s hit Good Times, with a special VIP meet and greet package available. That's Friday, July 15th for Dynamite Night with Jimmy J.J. Walker at Prince George's Stadium. So head to Baysox.com right now to get your tickets and learn more.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Glad to still have you with us this evening as we continue on from FNB Field here in Harrisburg. Matt Sabatas with you in a 1-1 game here in the top of the 9th inning as the Bowie Baysox will try to take the lead for the first time since Thursday. Cody Roberts will lead it off, followed by Zach Watson and Andrew Dashbach. Curtis Taylor continues on the mound after a scoreless 8th, working around 2 base runners. First pitch to Roberts. Fastball barely misses away, and the count starts out at 1-0. It's a 1-for-3 day for Roberts. He doubled with 1 out in the 2nd inning, but got left stranded there. The Baysox had 2 hits in that frame, but couldn't get anyone to third. Here's the 1-0. Grounded hard, but foul. Third base side just barely. Half second later. Less than a half second. Quarter of a second, eighth of a second. However small of a time you want to measure, if he was just a little bit later on that, that's a double up the line. Got just past the third baseman, Lara, but it runs the count even at 1. As Taylor continues. He needed 22 pitches for that 8th inning. Worked around a bunt single and a walk, the 1-1. Roberts watches a called strike. That changeup missed a little bit further outside than the first pitch did, which was called a ball. One and 2 the count. Here's the next. Roberts swings and misses. High fastball. Second strikeout for Curtis Taylor. He has them on back-to-back batters now. 6 overall punch-outs for Harrisburg pitching. Now here's Zach Watson. First pitch to the right-hander, he squares, pulls back, and the changeup misses down and away. 1-0 to start. Watson had a slowly hit single to the shortstop back in the second inning. Just about split the gap, but it was just kept in front by Alfredo Rodriguez. He tried to get to first, but was much too late. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball dotted on the upper outside corner. A good pitch. Runs the count even at a ball and a strike. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the ninth inning as Bowie and Harrisburg are tied at 1. An unearned run in the first inning for the Senators. A leadoff solo home run by J.D. Mundy in the 7th. The 1-1. Watson lines it out toward right center field, but ranging to his right, Justin Connell makes the catch in right. 2 away. Now here's Andrew Dashbach. Righty on righty. Dashbach 0 for 2 on the day. Taylor sends home the first, and it just misses high. Fastball at 94 miles an hour. Dashbach walked his last time up after running the count full against Edgar Garcia, but was forced out at second base to end the inning. 1-0. Check swing, pitch low. Change up on the lower outside edge. The count goes to 2-0. Taylor looking for a quick frame after dancing around so many batters last inning. Fires the next, and it's called a strike. Slider hit the upper inside edge to run the count to 2 balls and a strike now. Taylor rocks back and forth slightly before kicking high to the chest and firing the 2-1. Misses high again at a fastball at 95. Hitter's count opportunity here for Dashbach. They play him deep on the outfield, as they should. 8 home runs this season for the right-hander. The 3-1. Grounded to third. Running on it and picking at the ankle. Lara sends it to first easily, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Taylor. The Baysox will hope for extra innings. We're on to the bottom of the ninth here at FNB Field, a 1-1 game. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Bottom of the ninth inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg, a 1-1 ball game. Top of the lineup, due up for the Senators as Jensen Elliott continues his second inning of relief. First pitch misses inside to Jack Dunn, and it's 1-0. Dunn, Alou, Garcia due up here in this half inning for the Senators as Bowie tries for extras. Next pitch, called a strike, fastball on the inside edge. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Dunn is 0 for 2 on the day, but he has drawn 2 walks. Hasn't made it past first base, however. 1-1, swinging a piece, scripted back to the screen, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Elliott worked around a couple of one-out base hits in the 8th inning. Picked up a strikeout and a ground out for a scoreless frame. Hopes for another here. The 1-2. Broken bat bouncer over to the left side and past the glove of Graffinino. He muffed it. His second error of the game. That's going to go down as a hit, actually. Looked like it got off of his glove. I imagine Bowie will say something about that. Dunn's got hits in 2 of his last 3 games now with that single. And the winning run is aboard for Harrisburg here in the 9th. I also don't see how that's a hit. There's only 60 miles an hour off the bat. Here's Jake Alou. Dunn's attempted 4 steals this season. Let's see if he tries one here. First pitch, left-hander Alou grounds it back to the mound. Elliott looks at second but goes to first. Winning run advances to second base. 1 out is recorded, 1-3. And now here's Wilson Garcia, who has tormented Bowie pitching all series, all season. He's got 3 home runs in this series alone, including a late 3-run blast last night, putting an already out of reach game further. And they're going to intentionally walk him. That's the right call. First walk on Jensen Elliott's ledger. 5th overall by Baysox pitching. And it puts the double play in order for Alfredo Rodriguez, who, again, has a pretty high ground ball to fly ball ratio. As Garcia is going to be pinch ran for. Jackson Flores will come in. I'm not sure why that matters. I guess it does make sense because you can force out Jack Dunn, in which Flores would become the lead runner at that point. But that is a very rare scenario right now because the winning run is still at second base. Here's Alfredo Rodriguez. First pitch misses low. And the count starts out at 1-0. Well, it does also help you with the potential of the double play. You don't want Garcia on base for a potential double play ball just because of his slow speed. 1-0 to Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. Slider eventually hit middle, and it runs the count even at 1. First and second, 1 away here in a 1-1 game, bottom of the 9th. Elliott delivers, and it's grounded over to the right side, should be 2. Prieto glove, sidearms to Ortiz, back to Mundy, and it's late. Fielder's choice goes 4-6. Winning run advances to third, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. With 2 outs, though, the infield can play at a regular depth. They don't need to rush in too much. But Justin Connell can drive it in with a base hit here. The Baysox have suffered 4 walk-off losses this season, including 1 on this current road trip. They were walked off on Sunday in 10 innings by Altoona. Hoping for extra innings now, Elliott faces Justin Connell. First pitch. Connell grounds it to the left side. Ortiz gloves, goes the short way to Prieto at second. Prieto overruns the bag and holds on with his glove to record the 6-4 force out. Boy, could that have been any more scary? Oh my gosh, man. We're on to extra innings here at FNB Field. A dangerous frame that Elliott barely escapes. A 1-1 game extends into the 10th. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
We're not done yet here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. Saturday night extends into the 10th inning. A 1-1 game between the Baysox and the Senators. Matt Sabatis with you. As Bowie will try to take the lead with a runner placed at second base and nobody out to start the frame. Christopher Cespedes, AJ Graffinino, and Cesar Prieto, 8-9-1 in the lineup, will come to bat with Dashbach at second. Zach Brixey takes over on the mound for the Senators, replaces Curtis Taylor, who fired 2 scoreless innings of relief for Harrisburg, allowed 1 hit, struck out 2 batters. As the first pitch home to Cespedes is swung on and missed high for a strike, it's 0-1. The Baysox this season are 1-4 in extra inning games. The Senators are 2-3. 2 of Bowie's extra inning losses have been walk-off losses this season, one of them coming on this most recent road trip. Here's the 0-1. Cespedes swings through a high fastball again. It's 0-2. The full line on Curtis Taylor, 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs. He struck out 2, walked 1. Makes way for Zach Brixey, 6'2", 230-pound, 22-year-old right-hander from Hickory, North Carolina, minor league free agent picked up in July of 2020. Cespedes pops up the next pitch, right side, shallow right, as Connell runs down and makes the catch. Dashbach doesn't have enough room to tag. 1 out here in the top of the 10th. So Cespedes is probably going to see his hit streak come to a close now, as he's 0 for 4 on the day after getting hits in 5 consecutive games. Now here's AJ Graffinino. Oh for 3 day for Graffinino, as Brixey sets at the chest and fires the first home. Misses high a fastball, it's 1-0. Zach Brixey, only 2 appearances for Harrisburg, including 1 this series. 2 2/3 innings. He's not allowed a run, hasn't allowed a walk. He struck out 5 batters, has converted his only save opportunity, but of course, as this game is stretched into extras, there's no save opportunities for the home team. Next pitch, popped foul, third base side, running down Jake Alou into foul territory. He slides, but it's just in front of him. Gave it a good reach, but it runs the count even at 1. Well, this game would be over if it were not for AJ Graffinino's error all the way back in the first inning. It allowed Wilson Garcia to reach safely when the inning should have ended. Garcia advanced to second on a wild pitch and scored on a single. An unearned run has so far been the only run for Harrisburg today. Bowie got the game-tying run in the 7th on a solo home run by J.D. Mundy. 1-1 pitch to Graffinino bounces in. Kept in front by Drew Millis, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Bowie looks to have Griffin McClarty warming in the bullpen. So 2 innings of Jensen Elliott looks to be it. Elliott did dance around a multitude of base runners, gave up 2 base hits in the 8th, a single, an intentional walk, and a pair of force outs in the 9th. Here's the 2-1 to Graffinino. Left-hander fouls it off left side, and the count goes even at 2. He is 3 for 7 with Bowie this season, batting with runners in scoring position. This is his first opportunity today. He's led off 2 innings. In the 5th inning, he popped out to third, part of a 1-2-3 inning. 2-2 the count as Brixey sets. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball out toward left center field. This one hanging up just long enough. The left fielder, Jake Alou, makes the catch. Big missed opportunities there for Bowie. Now with 2 outs, the best you can hope for is a key base hit to drive in Dashbach from second base. And with Cesar Prieto, you need the actual base hit, not the bunt single he laid down in the 8th. As nice as that'd be, it's probably not anywhere on anyone's radar down there. Brixey sets. Fires the first to the left-hander. It's checked on. Changeup misses down and in. They appeal. He didn't go. That's the right call. 1-0 to start. Prieto is 0 for 1 in extra innings this season. Again, his only game in extras was the Altoona loss last Sunday. Here's the 1-0. Prieto takes a late punch at 1 and fouls off a fastball left side. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. In the bottom of the 10th, Altoona will have Harrisburg. I've been saying Altoona 7 straight times. I forgot who we were playing for a second. Justin Connell will open the inning at second base, and it'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the Senators lineup due up with Drew Millis, KJ Harrison, and Gilbert Lara. Here's the 1-1. Popped foul, third base side. This one will slice out of play. The count moves to a ball and 2 strikes here on Prieto. Dashbach still being held on conservatively enough by the shortstop, especially with the shift on for the left-hander Cesar Prieto. The 1-2 pitch, grounded foul on the pull side. Keeps the count the same. Brixey making his second appearance in this series. Came in 2 nights ago. Hit a batter, gave up a double, but didn't allow anyone to reach third while he struck out 2 and earned the save. But we lost that game 6-4. It's 1-1 here in the top of the 10th. Runner at second, 2 away. Another 1-2 to Prieto. Grounded foul again. That time a harder rip up the first base line. But it holds the count. Brixey sets, takes about 5 little half steps to hold his rhythm. He fires the 1-2. It's checked on a changeup down and in. That one looked like a borderline corner pitch. And Prieto just got the perfect call to stay alive. Count evens. Brixey definitely a slow worker. Takes 1 rock, 2 rocks, 3, 4, 5. And time is called by the catcher just before Brixey was ready to toss. After he comes set, he just rocks up and down on that front ankle. If I counted it right, 5 times before finally delivering. I assume that's a timing mechanism for himself. So he's set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he sends the 2-2. It's high, ball 3. A tall, bulky, blonde right-hander. Holds ball behind waist and rests the glove on that front thigh. Twirls it while getting the signs before finally setting and rocking on the balls of that front foot. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Back to the screen. This next offering will be number 9 in the plate appearance. Cashbox's been having a lovely time just hanging out at second base there. Really hoping to come around and score. Brixey's ready. Another 3-2 is fouled off weakly this time. Might have gone between the legs of Prieto as it dribbles over to the Harrisburg on-deck circle. Ten pitches through this plate appearance with the 10th incoming. Brixey's ready. Fires another 3-2, and it's just fouled. Changeup hit middle. Prieto was ahead of it, but just got a little bit on the edge of his bat. The 11th incoming. On its way. Prieto pops it up, foul, third base side. Millis sprints after losing the mask, but it's over the fence. Number 12 set to come. Brixey's going to step off the mound. Now you get an extended pause on this one thanks to the umpire needing a fresh set of baseballs. Get his composure, clean his hands, but now he foots the rubber and spins the ball behind the waist yet again. Sets and rocks on the balls of that front foot. Another 3-2, fouled off yet again. Five consecutive full count offerings by Zach Brixey have all been fouled off by Cesar Prieto. With a runner at second and 2 away here in the top of the 10th of a 1-1 game. But Brixey in a quick rhythm now. Fires another 3-2, and it's inside, ball 4, skips away. Dashbach thought about going, but it hit off of the backstop and returned to the catcher so quickly that he couldn't go anywhere. But it's a monstrous battle turned into a full count walk drawn by Cesar Prieto. That's just the third walk he's picked up this season with Bowie. And after such a long plate appearance like that, the pitching coach, Justin Lord, is going to come out and talk with his hurler. I'd have to imagine just a fight like that to lose. It's probably demoralizing in at least some capacity. At least you didn't lose it in a home run or a big base hit that drove in the run. It's only a walk. The force is still available at all 3 bases for Harrisburg, but that's still such a lengthy battle to not come away with, especially when you were feeding him so much juice in the middle of the zone to finally try and get him to chase on something away. You come up empty. 13 pitches. And now Joey Ortiz with an opportunity to do something with this new life of Bowie's. 1 for 4 day for Ortiz. A triple back in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. He was left stranded at 3rd. 1st and 2nd. 2 away in the top of the 10th. First pitch from Brixey. Swinging a piece foul. Hits off the catcher's mask. Ortiz makes sure he's okay. The umpire makes sure Millis is okay before the umpire walks out to give Brixey a new ball and give Millis a chance to breathe. 0-1 to start. Didn't see the little rocking motion there from Brixey, though. That timing mechanism of his, or there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a lot slower now, though, with runners at first and second. The 0-1. Fastball misses away, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike on Ortiz. This is one of the great things about baseball. Even though when things are going quickly against you, one plate appearance can really turn the tides of how an inning or a full game might go. Bowie went down quickly with 2 flyouts to start this frame, but it looks like they might be brewing something. The 1-1. Ortiz watches high. Fastball runs it to 2-1. Because for Cesar Prieto to fall behind on a 1-2 count, foul off 2 pitches, watch 2 out of the zone, and then foul off 5 consecutive pitches before drawing the walk, that's momentum. The 2-1. Ortiz watches high. Fastball. 3 balls and a strike. We were coming into this 10th inning. We still had some good glimpses of sunlight left, but now it's starting to stretch into the night hours as Bowie's trying to break out. The 3-1 to Ortiz. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Runs the count full. With 2 outs, the runners at first and second will take off. A base hit here gives Bowie the lead no matter what. A gap base hit scores 2. And Ortiz had that triple to right center field back in the 3rd inning. Of course, the outfield plays him deep in response to that now. And we'll see if Brixey even feeds him anything in the zone after that lengthy battle with Prieto. The 3-2, runners go, it's swung on and missed. Got him with a high fastball, and after all that tension, the Baysox strand runners at first and second. We go to the bottom of the 10th here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. The Senators will have a winning run placed at second base and nobody out to start the inning. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
We're on to the bottom of the 10th inning here at FNB Field in Harrisburg as the Baysox come up empty in the top half of the frame, holding it at a 1-1 tie into the home half. A winning run will be placed at second base for the Senators with nobody out. Justin Connell will move into scoring position as the Baysox turn to a new pitcher in relief. Their 3rd trip to the bullpen today as Griffin McClarty takes over. Jensen Elliott is done off of 2 innings. He allowed 3 hits and no runs, 1 strikeout and 1 walk. He dealt with runners in scoring position twice, including a runner at 3rd and 2 outs in the 9th before getting a force out to end the inning. Here in the bottom of the 10th, however, it will be Drew Millis, KJ Harrison, and Gilbert Lara due up for the Senators as McClarty will try to deal with the switch hitter and the 2 right-handers without allowing that run at second to score. McClarty, a 6'3", 185-pound right-hander. 8th round draft selection in 2019 from the College of Charleston, has made 7 appearances this year. He's 0-1 with a 9.0 ERA. First pitch to Millis. Barely misses inside on a slider. 1-0 to start. Millis has an infield single, came back in the 8th inning. He struck out twice and walked once. McClarty sets. Fires the 1-0. Fouled off left side, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Very surprised that, especially with a left-hander, a switch hitter, but still lefty, they didn't try for the sacrifice out of the gate. You've got the angle to cleanly push it up the third base line to try and advance the runner, but they elected not to. That's normally just the routine play, especially when the visiting team doesn't score in the top of the 10th in these games. The 1-1 is fouled off back to the screen again, and it runs the count to 1-2. Because just basic logic dictates that you lay down the sacrifice there. It'd be 1 out with runner at third, and your chances of scoring with 1 out and a runner at third are better, if I'm not mistaken, than your chances of scoring with nobody out and runner at second. Because a sacrifice fly would get it done. I'll have to check on that. I'm not positive. I shouldn't speak so flippantly. The 1-2 misses high. And the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Millis. McClarty is coming off of 2 scoreless innings against the Senators earlier in this series. That was part of the 4-2 win for Bowie, or rather, that was the back half of the doubleheader, my mistake. He gave up a couple of base hits in the 7th inning, but worked around them and pitched scoreless. Next pitch, curveball. Late swing, fouled off back to the screen. Holds the count even at 2 on Millis. After Millis, it's KJ Harrison, and Harrison on deck has been the hardest out in this game. A 3-hit day, all singles. 1 strikeout. He's not scored, however. Hasn't driven anything in either. Still a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 10th. McClarty sends the next. It's poked foul. Little half swing that was in on the hands. Millis didn't want to get a piece, but that's what happened. Already a lengthy at-bat to start it here. As McClarty sets yet again, splits the rubber down the middle. Holds at the waist and fires the 2-2. It's lined over toward right field, a base hit. This could do it as Cespedes gloves at the knee, but no, they hold the stop sign up. The throw gets in. It probably would have beaten Connell. But the winning run is 90 feet away with nobody out here in the bottom of the 10th. Not exactly what Harrisburg wanted out of Millis, but it gets enough of the job done that you're not disappointed by the outcome. If you're Harrisburg, I should clarify. But now here's KJ Harrison, and as I said, with the bat he's swinging today, Bowie could be in trouble. As Bowie normally does, the entire infield plays in. They'll try to see if they can get Connell out at the plate or work in quickly and maybe turn a double play. All depends on how McClarty pitches to Harrison here. First pitch, breaking ball, fouled off away, and it's 0-1 to open. It was a leadoff single in the first inning for Harrison. He made it to second but was left there. Singled with 1 out in the 4th, made it to third base and was left there. Singled with 1 out in the 8th but was left at first. Now with first and third, nobody out in a 1-1 game, bottom 10. Next pitch misses high, a fastball. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Well, the evening continues on, leading into what will be a 1 o'clock start tomorrow before the Baysox finally head home. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Fastball upper inside edge. Runs the count to 1-2. Big strikeout opportunity for McClarty. Pitch home. In the dirt. Slider pushed slightly up the first base line by Cody Roberts after it skipped in. Runs the count even at 2. Harrisburg has been adventurous on the base paths today, trying to stretch a handful of singles into doubles in this series. If I wanted to get gutsy, I'd maybe try for the double steal. Run Drew Millis and see if it draws a throw. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Millis did take off. He gets to second base and doesn't draw the throw. Takes away the potential double play. But an inconsequential runner at the moment as Millis advances to second. McClarty picks up his first strikeout of the day. 14th overall for Baysox pitching. That one could go down as either stolen base or defensive indifference. Here's Gilbert Lara. First pitch. Lara flinches at a changeup that misses low. It's 1-0. There's no margin for error here. Best you can give up on a ball in play is a weak grounder on the infield, and you have to pitch him low constantly to get that to happen. Next pitch, fouled off, back to the screen, went with a high fastball. Count evens at 1, so they are calling it defensive indifference, which again is fair because he is an inconsequential runner. But in a situation like that, you could have seen Millis trying to take off to draw the throw into a potential double steal. But that's just the smarts of Cody Roberts. He realizes that it would have been worthless. Next pitch, line up the middle, a base hit. Harrisburg wins. Gilbert Lara, the walk-off RBI single here in the bottom of the 10th inning as the Senators take Saturday's game by a 2-1 final. It's the 5th walk-off loss of the season for Bowie. We'll discuss it more in depth after this as we continue on with our coverage. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
Well, an unfortunate finish tonight for Bowie here at FNB Field in Harrisburg. As we get rolling with Baysox postgame, Matt Sabanas with you from City Island here in downtown Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, as the Baysox fall tonight to the Senators 2-1 in 10 innings, the 5th walk-off loss of the season for the Baysox. We'll recap this one in depth. Of course, a 2-1 game doesn't have too many highlights. It was could call it a back-and-forth game, a lot of good tension, but just not a lot of runs, as Bowie did fall behind quickly, and we'll discuss it now. We go all the way back in time to the faraway land of 5:59 p.m. when first pitch came home from Jake Irvin to Cesar Prieto. Prieto instantly grounded out to second base on that first offering. Joey Ortiz followed up with a strikeout looking, and Adam Hall flew out to center field. In the bottom of the first, it looked like Drew Rom would finish with just as clean of an inning, but Jack Dunn flew out to right field, and Jake Alou grounded out to short. When Wilson Garcia stepped up, on an 0-1 pitch, he grounded it over to third, and what should have been an easy routine play for A.J. Graffinino bounced off of his glove. He had closed the glove too early, and it allowed Wilson Garcia to reach, extending the inning. Garcia advanced to second base on a wild pitch, and Alfredo Rodriguez came up, making sure that error was not in vain. But again, he threw it wild. Fortunately, Garcia stayed put. So the wild pitch puts him at second as the 1-2 is popped up right side, shallow right field. Cespedes running down. Who's going to make the catch? And no one. It's in no man's land. Garcia scores. Just a bloop single through miscommunication, and Harrisburg takes the early 1-0 lead on an unearned run. That was how the day went for Drew Rom. It extended what would have been an 11-pitch inning into a 28-pitch inning before he finally got out of it without a run left across. In the top of the second, Bowie looked like they might have been able to tie it up after Cody Roberts had a one-out double and Zach Watson followed with a single. Unfortunately, it was an infield single, so Cody Roberts couldn't go to third base, but they had runners at first and second and only one out. Bowie was looking strong, but Andrew Dashbach struck out swinging, and Christopher Cespedes flew out to center field, ending the opportunity. Two more base runners came on for Harrisburg in the bottom of the second, including a leadoff single by K.J. Harrison and a walk to Jack Dunn. But Drew Rom was able to pitch that frame scoreless, but he was already up to 51 pitches just after the two innings. In the third, Bowie went down quickly to start, a ground out by A.J. Graffinino and a fly out by Cesar Prieto. But Joey Ortiz came up, and boy, did he put a drive into one. Next pitch, Ortiz lost the curveball this time out toward deep right center field, sends Dunn on the run, and it's over his head. Bounces once, twice, and rolls all the way to the wall. Ortiz could try for three. He rounds second, and there he goes. The throw comes in, it's late, and it's a triple for Ortiz. His second of the season puts tying run at third with two outs here in the third inning. Big time hit for Joey at 100 miles an hour off the bat. Unfortunately, it would be the only hit for Bowie in that half inning, as the Baysox could not do anything to bring him home. Adam Hall promptly struck out swinging to end the opportunity. In the bottom of the third, though, Rom was back on the horse, retired the side in order on just 13 pitches. But in the top of the fourth, the Baysox were cast aside even more efficiently, 3 up, 3 down on just 10 pitches by Jake Irvin. In the bottom of the fourth, it was still Harrisburg's game. They struck out quickly when Drew Millis went down looking. K.J. Harrison and Jackson Clough each collected singles. And when Drew Rom walked Jack Dunn to load the bases, he was lifted. Noah Denoyer was brought out for the first time in the middle of an inning this season, but that didn't faze him at all. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Went with a fastball way outside, and Denoyer strands the bases loaded. Denoyer would go on to fire 3 1/3 scoreless innings, only 1 hit and 1 walk allowed, striking out 7 batters for the second consecutive appearance. It was an excellent day in relief for the right-hander. As the game moved on to the 5th inning, the Baysox still went down in order against Jake Irvin. He finished by retiring the final 7 batters faced. In the bottom of the 5th, Denoyer allowed his only base runners of the day, but still struck out 3 in the frame. Bowie continued to go down quietly in the 6th inning when Edgar Garcia came on in relief. He retired the side in order, stretching the consecutive retired to 10, as Bowie still couldn't get a base runner. In the bottom of the 6th, though, Denoyer quickly matched it with 2 flyouts and a strikeout as he was in his rhythm. And that gave Bowie the opportunity in the top of the 7th. J.D. Mundy stepped up and found a pitch he liked against Edgar Garcia. Pushed their way across Edgar Garcia slightly. Another 2-2 by Mundy is lifted out toward deep right field. Connell running back a long way. He runs out of room. He leaps, and it is gone. J.D. Mundy says goodbye. A game-tying solo home run here in the top of the 7th. A 1-1 game. That'd be the only base hit for Bowie in that frame. They did get a 2-out walk, but the runner was forced out at second as the inning came to a close. After the stretch, Denoyer had no problem with another perfect inning, a flyout and 2 strikeouts to finish out his 7K day. As the Baysox moved on to the 8th, they finally collected another base hit when Cesar Prieto laid down a 1-out bunt single against Curtis Taylor. But even though Adam Hall would draw a walk and put Prieto to second base, they still couldn't get anyone past second. J.D. Mundy struck out swinging to end the frame. Bottom of the 8th came on, and Jensen Elliott came out of the bullpen for Bowie. He gave up a pair of 1-out singles before picking up a strikeout and a groundout to keep the frame scoreless and sent it on to the 9th. As Bowie was hoping to avoid extra innings, they came up shortly against Curtis Taylor again. 3 up, 3 down on a strikeout, a flyout, and a groundout as they were hoping to send it into extras. It looked a little bit dicey for that to happen after Jack Dunn opened with a leadoff single. Probably could have gone for an error as the ball looked like it skipped off of A.J. Graffinino's glove at third base. A weakly hit ball, but Dunn was aboard, and that was what mattered. Jake Alou grounded out to the pitcher, and that pushed Dunn to second base. Of course, he was a winning run still. And Wilson Garcia was intentionally walked. He's been hurting Bowie plenty in this series. Didn't want to give him the opportunity to do it again. With runners at first and second, Alfredo Rodriguez hit a surefire double play ball that he just beat out at first base. It went 6-4 in the 3, just wasn't there in time. Pushed the winning run in Jack Dunn to third base with 2 outs, but Justin Connell hit into another 6-4 force to end the inning and send it into extras. In the top of the 10th inning against new pitcher Zach Brixey, the Baysox couldn't find anything early. Back-to-back flyouts, one from Christopher Cespedes to right field and one from A.J. Graffinino to left field. Looked like the Baysox would have a tough time getting anything. But that's when Cesar Prieto came up. He was quickly behind a ball and 2 strikes, watched 2 balls out of the zone, and then fouled off 5 consecutive pitches, kept the at-bat alive to run it to a 13-pitch battle before finally drawing a walk, getting to first base, setting up an opportunity for Bowie as it looked like Brixey was dangling a little bit. Unfortunately, though, Joey Ortiz could not find a hittable pitch. He struck out swinging on another full count, ending the opportunity for Bowie. In the bottom of the 10th, with Justin Connell at second base, Drew Millis singled to right field to push him to third. Griffin McClarty, who had come in to start the inning, struck out K.J. Harrison to breathe a little bit of life into Bowie with a double play ball on the table. Gilbert Lara came up and ended the game. The smarts of Cody Roberts. He realizes that it would have been worthless. Next pitch, line up the middle of base hit. Harrisburg wins. Gilbert Lara, the walk-off RBI single here in the bottom of the 10th inning, as the Senators take Saturday's game by a 2-1 final. So your final box score, Bowie scores 1 run on 5 hits with 1 error. They left on 8. The Senators scored 2 runs on 10 hits with no errors. They left on 15. This game was a lot closer than it probably could have if you're leaving on 15 base runners over the course of the day. Zach Brixey picks up the win with his scoreless 10th inning. He moves to 1-0 on the season. Griffin McClarty takes the loss. He falls to 0-2. Game was played in 3 hours and 5 minutes in front of a paid attendance at FNB Field of 3,147. With the loss, Bowie falls to 21-34 on the season. Their losing streak extends to 4 games, and they're now tied for a season's low 13 games under 500, as the Baysox are now 10-18 on the road, 6-13 in games decided by 1 run, and only 1-5 in extra inning games. With the win, the Senators move up to 25-31 on the year, a 4-game winning streak for Harrisburg, as they're now 12-17 here at home, 7-8 in games decided by 1 run, and an even 3-3 in extra inning games. 2 sides meet again tomorrow for the series finale, as Harrisburg has now won 4 games in the series. They win the 7-game set outright. The Baysox will try to salvage the series finale tomorrow and see what they can get away with before heading back to Prince George's Stadium for a 7-game set against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. We'll preview tomorrow's game in a bit, but we break now, and when we come back, we'll look around the Eastern League and the Orioles organization, get you some final scores and some score updates on games in progress. Baysox. Again, your final tonight here at F&B Field in Harrisburg. Bowie walked off in 10 innings, 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, it's the most special day of the year at Prince George's Stadium, and it comes your way Friday, July 29th. It's the 23rd Navy Night, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Join the United States Naval Academy class of 2026 and take in the Baysox as they face off against the Altoona Curve. It all comes your way on Friday, July 29th, and first pitch is scheduled for 7:05 with some fantastic post-game fireworks. The 23rd Annual Navy Night at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With two of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Back to FNB Field one final time this evening as we continue on with Baysox postgame. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Harrisburg. As Bowie falls in walk-off fashion tonight, a 10-inning loss to Harrisburg, 2-1. We're going to look around the rest of the Eastern League, however, right now and look at some scores still in progress. 2 games still being played. New Hampshire breaking through for a come-from-behind set right now against Binghamton. They trailed 5-4 going into the 8th inning, but a 3-run 8th for the Fisher Cats gives them the 2-run lead at the moment. But Binghamton is threatening to tie themselves. They've got first and second. That's a tying run over at first base with only 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. So that's a fun one back and forth at Mirabito Stadium right now. Akron being steamrolled by Somerset right now, 6-0, while the Patriots have only allowed 2 hits over at TD Bank Ballpark in Jersey. They're on to the 8th inning in that contest. Rest of the league has come to a close as Richmond walks off the Erie Seawolves earlier tonight. 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th to win it 6-5. Hartford used a 5-run 6th inning to take down Portland 7-3. And Altoona just wrapping up a 5-2 win over the Reading Fightin' Phils. So with Richmond's current win over Erie and Somerset right now holding a sizable lead over Akron, safe to say, at the end of the day, it will be the Squirrels in sole possession of first place in the Southwest Division once we all head to bed tonight. Unless Akron makes a big comeback, it will be Richmond alone at the top. Around the Orioles organization, 1-game final, 2 games still in action. Fayetteville and Delmarva down in Low A. They had plenty of rain in the area that delayed their start until only about 20 or so minutes ago, which is just unfortunate. Hopefully they've enacted the rule to make that just a 7-inning game. Any game that is delayed past a 9 o'clock start should be cut down to just 7 innings just for, the sake of sleep. Players need to be safe in that regard. But it's scoreless now in the top of the second, but Delmarva is having a tough opportunity. Fayetteville has loaded the bases with nobody out in that scoreless game. Norfolk and Nashville are currently empty through 4.5. Jordan Westberg picked up a triple earlier in the game, but nobody was able to bring him across, unfortunately. They're scoreless with 3 hits on each side in the bottom of the 5th out in Tennessee. And then 1-game final, Aberdeen could not contain a Brooklyn Cyclones onslaught. 2 runs in the 5th, then 4 in the 7th and 3 in the 8th as the Mets affiliate takes down the Ironbirds 10-3 this evening. But of course, the score that we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and they fall tonight to Harrisburg 2-1. Two sides are back at it one final time this week. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Zach Peak will get the start for Bowie, an 0-2 record, a 3.71 ERA for the Baysox. Steven Fuentes will get the nod for Harrisburg, a 1-3 mark this year, with a 4.31 ERA for the Senators. A rematch of Game 1 that Peak technically he didn't come out on top with. He only pitched 4 innings, but Bowie won Game 1 while Peak pitched. That Semantics, sure, take it. It's a 1 o'clock first pitch, which means a DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 12:40. For now, though, we say so long. This is Matt Sabatis saying thank you for stopping by as Bowie falls to Harrisburg tonight. 10 innings in a walk-off fashion, 2-1 the final. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.